Dog House.
Stewart Media and Entertainment presents the Two Live Stews Experience. This right here, this ain't your ordinary-ish.
Two Live Stews Experience. Ryan Stewart, Doug Stewart. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Yes, we are back. What up to the Q's?
Do not let anyone confuse you. The Two Live Stews started this shit. The Two Live Stews Experience, shouty. If you're not stewing, what the hell are you doing?
And we've got to thank God every minute of every day. Good morning, world. Good morning. Shouts out and good morning to Rel Scott, Griff, Ron Lee, and the beautiful Mocha Bella. Good morning, y'all, and good morning to you, Dougie Stew. How you feeling, sir?
Fantastic, sir. How about you?
I'm not good.
What do you mean not good?
I'm
not
good.
That's not the answer people want to hear in the morning.
Well, see, and that's why you got to be careful if you have the nerve or the audacity to ask people that question.
What's the matter?
You don't know what they're going to say.
What's wrong?
Good morning, everybody. I hate to start the show off. I hate to start it off like this, man, but it is what it is. I'm at soccer practice at my daughter's soccer practice yesterday. I'm sitting in the chair. I'm enjoying myself. It's a beautiful evening. A ball gets kicked my direction. And I stick my leg out. The ball's about 10 yards away. I stick my leg out like I'm going to stop the ball, but I realize that ball's going to be further than my leg will reach. So I'm going to have to get out of the chair. The ball gets about 5 feet away from me. I jump up out of the chair. I do a man turn to the ball, and I take a 2-step burst and fall straight to the ground. I pull my hamstring. Simply getting out of a chair and taking 2 steps to try to stop a ball from passing me. I pulled my hamstring.
Welcome to 50, sir.
This is 51.
Welcome to 50.
I'm literally on the ground. I got a frat brother that has a daughter on the team. He comes and helps me up. All the other parents like, oh my God, Ryan, you okay? Ryan, you okay? Wait a minute, are you serious? People start laughing, and I realize I just literally fell on my face at my daughter's practice, getting out of a damn chair.
Now, you're exaggerating a little bit, right?
No. I told the story exactly how it happened.
Okay, so I just thought about this.
My life is entertainment. My life is entertainment. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. I know where this is going. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I don't think I've ever fell in front of anybody in my life. Now, trust me, I understand this turning 50 thing, and if you move the wrong way, you will pull something. I have done that before, but I've never actually fallen in front of a group of people where I was embarrassed or they laughed and they chuckled at me or something like that. I've never had that happen. But you know I got better balance than you, though.
So I had these headsets on, right? I had these headsets on, right? But they're noise canceling, and people, when they see you with them on, they just think that you can't hear what they're saying, right? But I had them like this. And people couldn't realize that I had them like this, right? Guy behind me goes, isn't that the guy they always say played in the NFL?
Right. That's even worse. The fact that you were paid to be athletic and you fell on your face. That's bad. That's bad, man. Your kids didn't see this, did they?
Well, I screamed, damn it, and Morgan heard me and ran over there. Like it was a whole scene, man. It was a mini scene. I kept thinking, man, I sure hope these people are videoing me. I sure hope this video doesn't resurface. But it was a situation out there, man. I pulled my hamstring getting out of a chair.
Wow.
Hey, man, it is the Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, the makeup of your Two Live Stews, and this is your Two Live Stews experience.
We got a lot to get into, man.
A lot to get into. We don't have a lot of time, man. All I want to say is this. Good for Jimmy Butler. Can we start here? Good for Jimmy Butler.
Well, I kind of wanted to give the rundown of the show. We got a lot of stuff we got to get to. We got to tease. Can I do that real quick, and then we can talk about Jimmy Butler?
I don't know why you teasing when I already just
said
what we're going to be talking about, but go ahead.
No, you
do it your way. Don't worry about how I want to do it. Do it your way. Go ahead.
We're going to do Funky 4. We're going to do Naughty Dread. Naughty Dread's Funky 4. We're going to do the results of the top 5. We're going to have last 48.
When you say it like that, clearly you know who the winner is. Because you wouldn't even mention it. You don't even mention it when you lose. So when you say it like that, clearly you know who the winner is.
That's not true.
Oh,
that's not true.
What's the truth? You're a hater. You're a hater.
If people would vote, we wouldn't have. Wait till you see. Y'all need to be voting.
Wait a minute, Tree. A comment like that, Tree, makes it sound like you're upset with the results. You should be non-partial on this. Okay? We got a great top 5 results that we're going to discuss later in the show. That's it. Now go ahead and get into your Jimmy Butler stuff. I'm just telling people look forward to.
So I'm pro player, and the institution wouldn't be anything without the player.
Right.
So I understand that the institution is the bank and the bulk of what the player has to have. Without the institution, the player gets nothing, but the institution has nothing without the player.
Some people watching this may not know what you're even talking about. Jimmy Butler, in effect, over the last month of crying, has forced his way out of Miami and now is a member of the Golden State Warriors.
Why did he force his way out of Miami?
Because the team didn't want to give him a new 2-year deal. And I think the money in the 2-year deal,
the max he could get is 121.
I thought it was 113. But yeah, over $110 million.
Right. Okay. Well,
right.
The deal he signed is the 2-year, $121 million deal.
Mm-hmm.
All Miami wanted to give him was 52, I think 53 tops.
Right. Now,
but Jimmy knows he's at the end of his career and he needs to max out.
See, a lot of people know our stances on these things, and I'm kind of torn about this whole thing and how he handled it or whatever. I'm kind of torn because I do want the players to get the money. Let me say that first.
You think if you saw any of the Luka Doncic situation this week, you know Luka was very upset that he got traded from Dallas. Luka has said countless times he wanted to retire a Mav. It's out of his control.
Right.
The DuPont family and the Adelson family don't give a damn about Luka's wishes.
Right.
They're the new owners of the Dallas Mavericks. So on the heels of Luka and his situation, on the heels of AD and his situation, I want these players to do what's good for them. I want Myles Garrett to force his trade.
Yeah.
I don't condone Jimmy Butler's actions and how he acted like a total complete bunkie for the last couple of weeks.
That's buttocks score. People not from South Carolina.
But I'm fine with him doing what he had to do to get what he wants.
Ass.
Period. Congratulations, Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, so once again, I'm kind of torn on this because, one, I want the players to get the money. Let me say that first.
Yep.
I want the players to get the money. But the whole system of sports depends on cohesiveness. Okay? Cohesiveness, and then from a fan's perspective, you root for the player. You root for the player. You get your personal feelings in rooting for players. And then when they up and leave, like they didn't care anything about the organization or the win, and they really shouldn't, because at the end of the day, they're individual contracted salespeople or high professionals. I get that. So I'm kind of torn in this whole conversation, man.
LeBron James's jersey has been burned 2 times.
Mm-hmm.
It got burned when he left Cleveland to go to Miami. It got burned when he left Miami to go back to Cleveland. Them fans don't give a damn about LeBron James.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question, sir.
Go ahead.
How would you have felt if week 1 in Cincinnati, when Jamar Chase stepped on the field without his new contract, if he would have torn his Achilles? How would you have felt?
Very bad for him.
Do you think the Cincinnati Bengals, had Jamar Chase torn his Achilles week 1 through week 17, would have given him $40 million a year?
No, absolutely not. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Jamar Chase put it all on the line. He bet on himself. He deserved every penny he's going to get. He deserved the new deal, but they would not give it to him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fine with Jimmy Butler doing what he had to do to get what he thinks his worth is. I'm fine with that.
I'm definitely fine with that. In the situation.
And one more thing. One last thing.
Go ahead.
Please remember what you're going to say. What we don't know is what Pat Riley said to Jimmy Butler in his face. What we don't know is what the agent told Jimmy Butler the Miami Heat were saying about him. We have no idea what has been said to or about Jimmy Butler for him to start acting the way that he was acting. Okay,
Right.
please continue. Sorry.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Some of the comments that Pat Riley made throughout this whole thing gave off overseer vibes. I think Pat Riley, and I was looking for the quote just now, he said he made a statement at a press conference where basically he was like, shut up and just play. And I'm going to find the exact quote, but something to that effect. I don't like that. I don't like the vibes that's giving off. That's giving off Master Tom vibes. I don't like that at all.
I get no beef with
Now,
Pat Riley.
And listen, I love Pat Riley. I'm a Laker fan. Okay, so I love Pat Riley. I think Pat Riley's been great for basketball.
Yep.
Definitely a basketball savant, but he's older now. And you know, when these guys get older, when the colonizers get older, they let their true feelings kind of slip out a little bit.
That's right.
And if I'm gonna find the statement definitely when we go to the break. But the statement was just shut up, ninja, and play.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
Yeah, we have no idea what was said to Jimmy Butler to make Jimmy Butler act the way he's been acting the past few weeks.
Yeah, I don't like that. Jimmy Butler, man.
And listen, real quick story. That's why you have representation. When I'm holding out for the Detroit Lions, Terry Bullard called me one day like, hey, man, I'm in Detroit. I need you to come and meet me over to the stadium. So I get to the stadium, call him, tell him I'm outside. He comes outside, get me. As we're in the elevator going up to talk to the cap guy, he goes to me, there's going to come a point in time in this meeting where I'm going to ask you to leave. He's going to ask you to stay. Mm-hmm. No matter what he says, please do what I ask you to do. Mm-hmm. And I said, okay. Mm-hmm. We in there. I'm not in there 30, 45 seconds. Bullard goes, Stu, this is not going to work. I need you to leave. And as I'm getting up, the cap guy goes, you don't want to hear what I got to say? And Bullard goes, no, he doesn't.
Right.
Okay, Stu, I'll be out there in a minute.
Right.
They're going to belittle you because their bottom line is the money. They don't want to pay the money.
Right.
So if they can get you for $100,000, even though you're worth $1 million, they've got to try to get you for $100,000. So they have to demean you to do so.
Yeah.
Which is why players and actors and singers don't negotiate their own contracts, because their feelings would be crushed to the point they couldn't work for the person that's hiring them because that person's trying to get them for the low.
You preaching now. You preaching. You did your first reel yesterday, and I'm gonna pull it up in a second to tell you how much views you got. You should do a reel on that. What you just did, that little diatribe you did just now for the last 20 seconds, that'll get 1 million views.
I will. Count me in.
I'm serious.
I am officially a real whore. I was stimulated, pause, doing that reel yesterday.
Yeah,
I was stimulated.
I don't like that verbiage either, man. I don't like that verbiage either. Let me see how many views you got from the first reel that you did yesterday. You got 1,200 views, man.
For a first reel.
For a first reel, yeah. You get more comfortable.
What's that about 3 cents?
Oh, yeah. No, it's less than that. It's probably 2 cents, man. You have to get, I don't want to go over the economics of doing reels, but you got to do a lot. You got to do a lot to make.
Which is why Country Wayne and all these social media influencers do so many reels.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Golden State, Draymond, Steph, Jimmy Butler, you think they can get back in this thing? Because no one really considered them to be a real threat this year and make a run for a championship. But I don't know if playoff Jimmy Butler come back. Yeah. That's a nice little team there.
I don't think Draymond is the Draymond that he used to be.
Mm-hmm.
I do think that Jimmy Butler is an improvement from Steph. I mean, not Steph. I do think Jimmy Butler is an improvement from Klay Thompson, who is now in Dallas. I do think he's an improvement there. I love Jimmy Butler, especially playoff Jimmy, but I don't think the Golden State Warriors has what it's going to take.
Switching gears, man. I know you're a wagerer.
I won't be wagering on this game.
So the Eagles are a 1.5 point underdog. Eagles getting a 1.5.
That's
okay,
crazy.
game is 3 days away. Eagles are getting a 1.5.
That's crazy to me.
The total is 48.5.
Yep. Joe took the under last night.
In the under, so when they say, once again, I stopped betting 30 years ago because of some unfortunate circumstances.
Lost a big one.
They
said
said
turn back.
Hell no. They said over -115, under -105. What does that mean? Does that mean all the added points together? They're saying 115 points is with over 115 or under 115?
There's no way 115. They're saying that's 50 points each, man.
That's too much. Right. I don't understand that. The site that I looked at this morning says over -115, under -105.
Oh, that's the odds. That's plus 115 is, if you bet the first half on the Chiefs, you're betting plus 115. So if you bet $100, you get $115 back in essence.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the money. So
I don't think it has anything to do with the half, though.
No, what I was looking at said half.
Okay.
So there's a first quarter wager that says Chiefs first quarter minus a half, and in parentheses it has plus 127.
Okay.
So the Eagles in the first quarter is plus a half, minus 170.
Okay.
So you'll make more money if the Chiefs win because they're plus 127. You'll make more of your money.
Yeah. Because it'll be an upset.
That's right.
All right. So and you're watching the Two Live Shoes Experience 3 days before the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Chiefs and Philadelphia Eagles. What's your thoughts? Your prediction? You said Chiefs earlier.
Sir,
You still in the Chiefs bandwagon? You think Chiefs gonna ride again and do something that's never done in NFL history and win 3 Super Bowls in a row? What's your thoughts?
I'm not going to wager. I want the Philadelphia Eagles and Jalen Hurts to win, but there's no way I will bet against Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs in this game. There's no way. So I'm not going to wager on the game. I want Philadelphia to win, but I think there's no way Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid loses after a 2-week break to prepare for this team. I think there's no way the Chiefs lose this game.
No way the Chiefs lose this game.
No way.
I got the Eagles winning this thing. Once again, I am reaffirming, as I said, I think the first show after the NFC and AFC Championship weekend, I'd like Philadelphia to win this game, man.
Right.
I think they got a better team. I don't think this year's Chiefs is as strong as past year's Chiefs.
It's gonna be a good game, man.
And you got to remember. You got to remember. In the last Super Bowl these guys played, was it 2 years ago? Jalen Hurts outplayed Patrick Mahomes. So this big moment is not going to scare him. It's not going to scare him, man. And they got an infinitely better running game now with Saquon.
He's been a much better poised quarterback since that first Super Bowl, too.
So factor in Jalen Carter, factor in Saquon Barkley, factor in a Jalen Hurts, a quarterback that's not scared, factor in great wide receivers. The defense, I think, is just as good or better than it was a couple of years ago in Super Bowl. Give me the Eagles.
We'll talk more Super Bowl because allegedly 47 plans on being there, and we've got some choice thoughts about that. 3-Pete says it means it would take $115 to win 100, which is what I was saying.
Okay. 44. What's the number? Quarter.
He's 47. He's 47.
You a big egg eater, man?
I am, but I'm moving in a different direction from that. But I am, yes.
Eggs are a big topic of discussion. Let's talk about these goddamn eggs when we get back.
Y'all keep it.
Imagine feeling invigorated and focused, not by artificial substances, but by natural pre-workout supplements. This isn't just a thought, but a reality many athletes and fitness enthusiasts are embracing. They hold the key to elevated performance without the commonly associated side effects of synthetic products. However, overlooking the potential of these supplements means missing out on that all-natural energy boost and focus. It means accepting unnecessary crashes post-workout. It's a pain point that no fitness enthusiast should grapple with, especially when there's a healthier alternative. At Lion Roar Herbs, we produce a vegan all-natural pre-workout that is proven to increase performance and boost every workout. Visit us at lionroarherbs.com to learn more and look for natural performance energy. That's NPE. We are sure you will feel the difference.
is having a large ceremony around his executive order signing, which
Check
will
this out.
ban transgender athletes from competing in women's sports. Let's listen.
Doesn't have to be long. In a few moments, I'll sign a historic executive order to ban men from competing in women's sports. It's about time.
Yep. One of the only things I've ever agreed with this imbecile about. Yep, I agree.
If I go to the zoo,
I love when you do this. Go ahead. Go ahead.
if I go to the zoo and tell the zookeeper I'm a lion, he's not gonna put me in the cage with the lions. He's just not.
Right. He's
So-
not.
So I understand how and why the trans community feels the way that they do. I
don't understand.
Well, well, I don't want to. You're going to start calling me crying Ryan and liberal Ryan.
No. I mean, but play your role. If you crying Ryan, you feel passionate about something, let's go.
I've learned to try to put myself in other people's shoes because they don't see things the way that I see it.
Right, but
So-
hold on.
Okay.
They're seeing something the way you want to see it, and then there's facts.
Whoa, that ain't got nothing to do with it though, because some people's reality can be different based upon how they're raised and how they grew up. That's a fact. That's a fact. If you got your behind beat every day for no reason, when you go talk to somebody and they do like this, you're probably going to jump. You were beat and traumatized as you grew up. So you view and see things differently. Moral of the story: they're not gonna put me in the cage if I tell them I'm a tiger. If a boy has decided he doesn't want to be a boy, he wants to be a girl, that new girl should not be able to go play sports with the girls because she's a little different.
We agree. I'm not gonna get deep into it, man. But that was.
It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a dangerous subject. But again, if I go to the zoo and tell them I'm a gorilla, they're not gonna put me in the cage with the gorillas. They're not gonna do that because I'm not a gorilla.
First, you called him in the first segment. You called him 47.
Yep.
First thing, I think in the history of the world that I probably agree with 47 on, man. Like, really, to me.
How do we even get here? This is a question.
Right. Like, that's what I was about to say. Like, to me, it's just unfathomable that in 2025, we can't delineate between common sense or not.
I'm trying to be sensitive to the subject matter here also. I know that we can.
You got to be politically correct in everything in 2025. But that being said, common sense is common sense.
Yeah.
Testosterone, no testosterone.
Yep.
Okay? All right. A dude, born a dude, playing against women is wrong. It's absolutely wrong. And Tree's putting on her headphones. Tree, you want to come in and comment? Because she disagrees.
Well, you don't know that. We don't know how she feels.
No, I think she does.
She didn't tell us when we talked about it this morning. She did not say how she felt.
Good morning. Ryan, you have me choking because
now listen.
when you said the gorilla thing.
Before you say anything,
I see what you're saying, Tree. You're wrong, Tree, but I'm not even going to go there.
That's what they.
Before you say anything, for the record, and I have to do this periodically just to make sure. For the record, I have nothing against gay people and how they live their life and who they be with, this, that, or the other.
Love who you love, damn it. Love who you love.
It don't bother me.
Love who you love.
Okay? It don't bother me. That point being said, common sense is common sense. That's it. Yeah, it is. Go ahead. What's your thought?
Common sense isn't running the country currently.
It is
You
not.
You can't have one.
She got you there.
No.
But okay.
I said it.
Shout out
I've
to
agreed with this guy, I think, on one thing. And this is the first thing.
I don't want to comment because you will never mess my money up. Okay. And I am in the communities, all of the communities. And I do understand what you're feeling about it, especially with regards to people maybe getting hurt or whatever.
Tree, did your daughter play any sports?
Track. Yes.
So Tree, if she was running against a little boy that's not a little boy anymore and a girl, and your daughter was the best on the track every weekend, and this one particular weekend she's second on the podium because of this because of this other athlete, how would you feel?
I don't tend to, because we live in a planet where they are always, we live in a world where they're always moving the bar. If they move the bar, then my tendency is to, okay, then I have to move with it.
But there's nothing that she would probably be able to do to beat that little boy, Tree.
Because of testosterone.
Yeah,
she can't do it, Tree.
I got 3 daughters. I got 3 daughters.
She can't do it, Tree.
But I'm not going to sit around and be like, that's not fair. That's just not my.
No, this is the topic of the discussion.
But it's not fair, Tree. Tree, it's not fair. She's worked her ass off to be the best in her sport, and now she gets to her senior year and she's not winning anything because of the little boy because of the transgender athlete that has decided
very hard to get out. It's very hard to get out.
So Nadi's saying that I'm chasing money over morals. You don't get to determine what my morals are. You're not the judge and the jury of me, sir. I know you want to be everybody's judge and jury, but you're not mine. You will not disparage me because I've decided.
Whoa.
You didn't
I'm going off based on what you said.
That doesn't, my morals are not.
You said when they move the bar, you're going to go with it. So why don't you just support your president on everything he's doing? Because he's clearly moving the bar so that you can get your money. Some people choose money over morals.
You have a problem with money.
I don't understand why it's not common sense that boys should not be competing with girls.
I don't get it either. Once again,
let me go run the show.
Tree, come back, Tree. You gotta come back. Tree, you gotta come back.
I don't have time to argue with that young man.
So I got several line brothers that I love more than life, and there's different opinions on our text threads to the point where, because I love them so much, I've been forced to see things from their point of view and their perspectives. That's why when we get into debates where I think they're clearly off or wrong, I try to bring our children into play because we all want what's best for our kids.
Sure.
I mean, that's the one thing we'll all be willing to die for without questioning. Tree, if your daughter's worked her behind off and now she's got to compete against a boy for a year, you're not going to want that for her because it's not fair. It's not right.
I don't want my daughter in the paint battling with a dude that looks like Charles Barkley named Tina.
I'm not doing this.
I'm not happy if my daughter got a battle in the blocks with a dude that looks like Karl Malone named Susie. Common sense is common sense. It's not so common. That's the saying. Common sense is not so common.
Julius 35C, why is no one complaining about Transformers playing in male sports?
Well, I mean, they should. They should, but one is obviously more glaring in the comparison.
Well, he said transformer. I think he meant transgender.
Yeah, well, he's saying that because
I like that. Let's use that. Let's adopt that transformer in this space, please.
Wait, transgenders have a problem with the term transgender?
Right. I was about to say, isn't that how they refer to themselves also?
I thought that's what they wanted. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, we
want to do what's right, Tree.
There's nothing wrong with saying transgender. I just kind of liked it because y'all are so on the edge. I'm going to be honest with you, like on my show, on the Tea with Tree, I'm going to be full transparency. I am afraid to bring on anybody that isn't 1,000% hetero because I don't want this space to compromise,
Well, Tree, we're just talking about current
events. I'm not saying don't do you. I'm saying I respect how you feel, but I shouldn't have to. It should just, it's harsh. It's so harsh.
It's harsh that we don't want dudes playing against girls? Is that harsh?
it's our reality too. I don't know how harsh we're
nothing
being.
You can stop. Well, he stopped it, but as soon as he's gone, they're just gonna bring it back.
And does that make it right? If they bring it back, it still won't be right.
I don't really do right and wrong. You know that.
Thank you, Tree. We got to move on, man. Yeah, just very shocking
Hey, man,
me that I
Morgan
agree
has
with,
Morgan has a budding future in soccer. Morgan has a budding future in track and field. Morgan has a budding future in softball. She's probably a pretty good basketball player too, man. Once I, teach her to take more shots. I wouldn't want her in the paint, on the track, on the softball diamond. I wouldn't want her having to compete against
dudes. Or former dudes.
On the flip side of that, consequently, on the other side of that, the reason why it doesn't get talked about when women try to do that versus men is because they don't compete.
Right. Right. Dudes are taking first place finishes,
Right.
medals, trophies away from girls.
Right.
If this whole thing were to play out and continue at this rate in 5 and 10 years from now, every single winner in every single women's event would be a dude or a former dude. I mean, it just I don't get it. But you know what? In 2025, with the guy that we have in office, it's kind of crazy because I actually agree with him. But the guy that we have in the office and how the world's changing and evolving and everybody's becoming more and more, this, that, and the other, nothing really surprises me anymore.
And lastly,
I tell you this all the time. Remember what you're going to say.
Yeah,
I tell you this all the time.
Yep.
Everything ain't okay. But if you debate or argue something with someone about something they're passionate about, ultimately you're a hater. Why would you say that? Why don't you just let me live? It's okay. Why it's not bothering you? No, it's not bothering me. It's enormously bothering me. It's enormously bothering me that you're okay with letting dudes play sports against women.
And I'm not questioning anyone, but in the chat just now, who said it? Let me see. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry. I should have been more prepared. Okay, here it is. FM says, you don't do right or wrong. Whoo, that's got to be tough, Tree. That's got to be tough.
Yeah.
That's got to be tough if you don't do right or wrong.
And everybody says it's a tough subject to talk about. I mean, it's really easy, but it's somehow become very, very complicated.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with Trump on something. But one thing I don't agree with Trump on, you an egg eater, man, and you're watching the Two Live Shoes Experience.
I do eat eggs, sir.
So eggs are 50% higher than last year. In February 24, eggs were $3.50 a dozen. January 8th, they were $5.29. And right now they went even higher to where on average where they're double the price of eggs in Biden's last year. Trump in effect won his candidacy on lowering prices on everyday goods and products.
He's a liar, man. He's a liar.
He's a bold-faced liar.
And the general public fell for it. The general public fell for it, man. Black men fell for it. The Hispanic Latino community fell for it. Everybody now, everybody's posting these videos. These white folks in the panhandle that have farms and stuff are posting these videos about how they'll never vote Republican again, how they trusted Trump and now they ain't got nobody to run their farms. Now they ain't got no workers. And they're going to lose their business.
We're 2 weeks in.
2 weeks, man.
Can you imagine how slow it's going on them farms down there in Florida? Can you imagine all of the weeds growing in between all of the crops and everything?
Hundreds and hundreds of acreage of farms.
Just sitting there idle with weeds growing, nobody picking the weeds, nobody picking the crops.
And it's a daily job. It's a daily job. It's not something that you can do once or twice a week. You got people in them fields working all day, every day, sun up to sundown. We're gonna lose our business. No way we can maintain our business without our workers.
This son of a bitch said that he's gonna take Gaza and turn it into a tourist attraction.
Beachfront property.
I'm laughing. This is not funny. I'm laughing so I don't cry.
Speaking of number 47, man, there's a rumor that he's going to be at the damn Super Bowl.
He will be the first sitting president to attend a Super Bowl. I would have never guessed that in a million years.
Neither would I. Okay, we're on the same page with that. Yeah.
So why do you think he's doing this? Why do you go ahead?
To upstage Taylor Swift.
Okay, so Taylor Swift, go ahead.
You don't like Taylor Swift because she came out and said
endorsed
that she was with Kamala.
Them. Yeah.
She did not endorse him.
She did not endorse. I'm sorry. You're right. She said she was endorsing and voting for Kamala. Right.
Right. And she talked bad about him.
I don't think it's got to be more than that, because their paths won't even cross. They're not going to like walk by each other. They're not going to be in the same suite.
If he wants their paths to cross, why wouldn't it? And if you're going, if the first seated president in the history of the United States is going to the Super Bowl, why wouldn't that president want to be in the owner's box?
Well,
he's going to the Super Bowl. He's not sitting in Gen Pop. He's not going to have sideline passes. What box is the best box in the stadium?
Maybe the owner is a Democrat, though.
But he's still the president.
Yeah.
And more than likely, knowing who owns these 32 teams, the owner's not a Democrat, more than likely.
Yeah, more than likely. You're right.
More than likely.
You're right. It's got to be a play. It's got to be some type of play on why he's doing this.
He petty.
He petty as shit. He is petty.
He petty, man.
Yeah, he's going to be the first. I would have never guessed that in a million years, because it seems like they're always doing things surrounding sports and championships. Like they always have the winners of all of the different sports go to the
White House.
Go to the White House or whatever. And so, let's see, basketball. No. Okay. Yeah, I guess so. I was trying to think if I can remember in any other situation in the other sports like basketball and baseball, if the president has gone to the World Series or to the NBA championships. I can't remember.
Obama went to something basketball related. I don't know if it was All-Star or if it was NBA Finals. Obama was at something courtside. I forgot exactly what it was. FM says Coach Dawn Staley had to cancel her Super Bowl trip because she couldn't arrive hours before Trump.
Wow.
Shout out to Dawn Staley.
When we get back from the break, Arlie's not here. We did talk about Arlie and send out prayers to her and her family. She had
not on air on this show, but I think Nadi may have done it yesterday on the No Show.
Okay, so prayers and condolences out to Arlie and her family. Her grandmother passed away.
Can I say something about that, man?
Go ahead.
They were in Bay Springs for her father and her uncle's 75th and 76th birthday party, man. Mm-hmm. They partied all weekend.
Right, and then
they partied all weekend, man.
Yeah.
Had a great time dancing, singing, karaoke, and just really loving life with family. And they wake up after the party, man, and grandmom transition after the party, bull.
It's life, man. Real tough.
My God, man. Y'all better enjoy your life. Y'all better live your life. Y'all better cut the salt, cut the sugar, drink more water, exercise your heart. Enjoy this run you got, man, because you only get one.
Yeah. I mean, it's a short run at the end of the day when you think about it.
It's tiny. The world's been here how long, man? And you live to be what, 80, 90?
Yeah.
We're a blip on the world's radar, sir.
Hey, so no entertainment report, but we're going to talk a little bit about entertainment, man. Have you been watching this CNN Kobe Bryant special? We'll talk a little bit about that. And then, some other things as well. You're watching the Two Live Stews Experience.
When you know what to do with what you got, you can do more with it. All right? So shouts out to my man Lavrell as well as the World Changers, making this thing happen and getting it done with your financial needs. All right? The World Changers help empower individuals and communities throughout financial education and implementation. Your agent Lavrell Hawkins has made significant strides in the financial services industry, using his expertise to guide and support others in achieving financial stability as well as success. Lavrell uses an holistic approach that addresses the mental, physical, financial, and spiritual aspects of being in a well space and place when it comes to your finances, all right? Y'all give them a call, 919-764-4626. That's 919-764-4626. The World Changes Financials and Lavrell are dedicated to empowering you and your communities through financial education and implementation. 919-764-4626. It's your boys, the Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart and Ryan Stewart, the makeup of those two live stews. Good morning. Good morning to y'all. We appreciate y'all.
Good morning. Good morning.
I'm willing to guess that one of the stories that Ollie would have done right now, because this is where we would do the entertainment report.
We got top 5, Naughty's Funky 4 coming up. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere.
Ollie probably would have covered.
Yep, I got what Ollie probably would have covered. It's okay now. I found another story.
Okay. Yeah. Find another one, Naughty. Irv Gotti passed away, man. 55 years old.
I saw that this morning.
55, man.
Yeah.
Apparently, a few months ago, he's been battling like diabetes, and he had a stroke a few months ago, and he's had several of them apparently. And he's not going to bounce back from this one. They're saying that he's still hooked up to the machines, I think, but that there's no activity in his brain, and that he, if they took him off the tubes, that he probably wouldn't make it.
So Irv Gotti, some people don't know who Irv Gotti is. Executive producer, maybe owner of, what's the name of the record label? Murder Inc. Murder Inc. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. So Murder Inc. was Nelly. No, not Nelly. I'm sorry.
I was about to say not Nelly.
Murder Inc. was what's the name? Ja Rule. Ja Rule's Murder Inc.
Mm-hmm.
What's the fine chick? Real fine. Married to Nelly. That's why I was thinking Nelly. We should have pulled this up. But big time record executive and producer.
Ashanti.
That's who I was thinking about.
So Naughty, if Naughty has the information, he should definitely chime in. But it's Ashanti.
Ja Rule, Ashanti.
You beat me to it.
Charlie Baltimore, Black Child, Lloyd, Cadillac Ty,
and
Jody Mack.
He wrote a lot of songs for Jay-Z too. He did
J-Lo.
some songs on a Reasonable Doubt. DMX, he had influence with DMX, so he was very popular.
Yeah,
He's a big deal.
Obviously, him and 50 Cent had some sort of beef because
he's always picking
50
on
Cent
everybody.
trolled and posted that I'm smoking a Gotti pack with in front of
50 Cent, man, he be going too far.
Right.
I wish you would.
Him and Naughty have a lot in common. They kind of act alike to me.
He's a habitual line stepper. He's a habitual line stepper. What's wrong with 50, man? You heard he's going in with it right now with Big Meech?
Right. Yeah. It's probably got something to do with money, because Big Meech probably hit him up like, hey, man, my people tell me you've made X amount off of DMF. I'm going to need you to pay me. That's probably what it is. And 50 don't care about that. 50 don't do that. But yeah, man, the body not even cold yet because they hadn't taken him off the darn ventilator and stuff. And he talking about he's smoking Gotti packs.
Yeah. So, I mean, for people that don't know, Irv Gotti, so when they talk about record executives and moguls and hip hop, you know, Irv Gotti's in that list somewhere, you know, kind of at the bottom of the list where you talk about Master P, Puffy, Suge Knight, Luke, Uncle Luke, you know, he's Irv Gotti's in that conversation, but that's horrible, man. And seems like lately, and I guess it's because I have a personal situation with my line brother, strokes have been kind of
we don't eat right, man. We don't eat right.
We don't eat right.
We don't eat right.
And here's the big thing about it too, man, is stress. Hypertension. They even had an episode about this on Good Times 40 years ago. Hypertension, man. We got a lot of stuff going on in our life, and every day we got the man on our back like the hag, and we got issues, and we got bills to pay. We got all of the things that come on down on the black man in this society, in this country. It's a lot.
You got a president, you got a leader of the free world that's coming for your head, and they want to put his foot on your throat. Yeah.
Right. We got police brutality. We got Trayvon Martin. We've got this situation, and Walter Scott, and
they're taking DEI out of people's jobs, so they're not going to have any kind of protections.
Yeah, Good Times had an episode about this 40 plus years ago, and it's still prevalent in guys in their 50s, their early 50s. Knock a wood, guys in their early 50s passed away. So rest in peace to Irv Gotti, man. Just terrible, terrible news.
Cut the salt, cut the sugar, drink more water, and your heart has to exercise. your heart has to, you have to work your heart. And by working your heart, I mean, do something that makes your heartbeat speed up for a period of time.
One other thing I wanted to get to real quickly. Have you been watching the Kobe Bryant documentary on CNN? It's a 3-part series. They just had the second episode.
I've seen half of the first episode.
Okay. Very interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff because and I guess no one really told the story before, and that's why they did it. But it was very interesting watching Kobe growing up in Italy. That was really the first entire show. And I didn't know the story behind Jelly Bean Bryant, his daddy. Jelly Bean had played for the 76ers, and scandal happened. This is like 2 weeks now. So he got caught into some type of situation with some extra woman, outside relationship that he had, and they kicked him off the team. And a long story short, he got kind of blackballed from the NBA. And so to pay bills, he had these kids and everything to pay bills. Back then, that wasn't a regular thing for guys to go and play overseas like that.
Right.
When he was a very good player, he became a better player in Italy for many, many years, and that was their home. Actually, when they came back, when he had the opportunity to come back and he took it, Kobe didn't want to come back.
He wanted to stay. He
wanted to stay in Italy. So real interesting stuff. And then it's timely because of what's going on with the Lakers right now, with this whole Luka Doncic thing going on. It's kind of relevant right now as well. But real interesting thing, man. The bean is gone. Kobe is gone.
On the heels of this Luka trade, man, since you brought it up, and it is the Two Last Dudes, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, Two Last Dudes experience. Man, we appreciate y'all being here. Have you changed your mind and thoughts on Luka and the AD trade?
No, he's a phenomenal basketball player. I totally get it. The Lakers do this type of thing frequently.
Can we talk about that? Stop right there. Stop right there. Remember what you're going to say.
You know what I was about to say. Go ahead.
Please remember what you're going to say.
Uh-huh.
I'm a Laker hater outside of Shaq being there and outside of LeBron being there. I'm a Laker hater. Okay? But, man, since the beginning of time, y'all have always had, if not the number one player in the league, a top 3 player on your roster forever. 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 Yeah. Y'all have had a top 3 player on your roster forever.
That's true.
Forever.
If you factor in Kareem, Magic, Shaq, Kobe, LeBron, and now Luka.
Sir, that's 80 years of basketball.
That's what we do.
That's 80 years of basketball.
You can throw Wilt Chamberlain in that too.
Put Wilt in there too, sir.
That's a great point. That's big of you. That's big of you to acknowledge the greatness of the Lakers.
I love that, and I love this trade for both teams because clearly the Lakers have to start thinking about what's next. Clearly, it hurts their heart every time they are forced to put Bronny on the floor, and clearly they're sending a message to LeBron like, "Hey, man, we still want you, but we're moving into the future." Yeah, you're old news here. Even though you're still current, you're old news here. 2 more things, man.
3P said, don't forget Jerry West.
Don't forget Jerry West.
Yeah,
the logo.
But Jerry West, was Jerry West not drafted by the Lakers?
It doesn't matter.
No. Everybody I named was a free agent deal, basically, except for Magic. Magic wasn't a free agent deal. Magic was drafted. But everybody else I named was a free agent deal. Okay? Everybody else I mentioned was a free agent deal. We get the big name free agents or biggest names on the market. Kareem was a trade.
Jerry was drafted by Minneapolis, which were the Lakers, with the 2nd overall pick in 1960. He spent 14 years with the Lakers.
Kobe was drafted, but it was a draft day trade. Just put it like this. We go out and make a deal to get guys. Okay? Kobe was drafted. Magic was drafted. But still, you get the point I'm trying to make. We make deals to get the best player in basketball.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing, man. Y'all got LeBron, which this Luka move is probably going to give LeBron another deal also. It won't be a max deal, but LeBron's workload will no longer ever have to be near the 30-minute mark. It won't.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is probably going to extend his time in LA another 2 or 3 years if he wants to stay on the team with his son.
Right.
And that's what he wants. He's already made all the money he's going to need.
You saw Bronny hit his first 3-pointer last night? I think he's shooting 0.3 from 3-point land. His first 3-pointer since he's been, you
watched these games.
I haven't watched a lot of games, to be honest with you. I haven't watched a lot of games. No.
Every time Bronny gets up to come into the game, the arena goes crazy. I don't care if he's home or away. The arena goes crazy.
Yeah, I start my basketball watching during Thanksgiving, or is it Christmas? Christmas. I really start then, but I'm really going to start next week because the Super Bowl's happening this weekend.
It's been so good, man. My Knicks are playing well. OKC's playing well. Memphis, there's some superstars. It's been really good, man.
Rel Scott said Bronny got one more 3-pointer in the NBA than him. Bless his heart. Bless his heart. And Bronny seems like a nice young man. So a lot of times I hate to even get into this conversation. You know how I feel. I feel like not Magic. I feel like his daddy ain't doing him no favors by this whole orchestration.
We're going to do the last 48 here shortly, but I thought one of the pictures in the last 48 would have been, they had a meme going around last night of Bronny James hitting his first 3-pointer and a picture of his dad in the background, and then the picture of Mike with Marcus in front of Mike talking about Marcus's situation with the police here this past week.
So what they're saying, and I don't think that was recent. I think it was just found out. I'm not sure about that.
Oh, well, he's been playing with Sugar Booger for a while. So it's several. If you look it up, there's several stories about him and cocaine.
Right. So yeah, a lot of people may not know that story.
Which he can afford, by the way. Yeah, he can afford it. I know what you're going to say, but
no, I don't want to tell people the story you're talking about. Marcus Jordan, there's video and pictures of him getting arrested, and he was driving down the railroad tracks. The video I saw, he was driving down the railroad tracks.
And he's trying to explain to the police how it's no big deal that he's on the railroad tracks with the car. He high as a kite.
He got a problem, man. Marcus Jordan got a problem. There's a video of Marcus Jordan like at some resort, and he's at the pool. There's several people sitting at the table, and he's stuffing
he's lining up his coke, man.
Cocaine in his nose.
He's cutting it up and he's using like he's in his bathroom at home and the door is locked and nobody can come in there.
Right. Y'all pray for Marcus Jordan, man. He's got some things going on in his life.
I have to tell you my Tupac story, man.
No.
This was back in the day, man.
Does it have to do with cocaine?
No. Another illicit drug. Well, illicit drug back then.
Okay, go ahead.
Sir, I was in college and we got in 112 one night and Tupac was at the bar.
112 is probably the most well-known, greatest nightclub in the history of Atlanta.
I agree.
I can't think of anything more bigger than 112, but go ahead.
So this was decades ago. I mean, early 90s. Pac's at the bar. He pulls out a cigar, splits the cigar, drops the filling on the ground, lays the cigar on top of the counter. And this is before you could just smoke anywhere. This is where when people started smoking in the club, the music would stop. They would find out who's doing it and they would kick them out. Pac rolls a blunt right at the bar in 112 and lights it up and was smoking like it was fine. They came and asked him to put it out, and he's like, "No, I'm not putting it out."
Wait a minute. Was this before Death Row? Like before he blew up?
Yeah.
Or was this after he blew up?
He was already Pac.
And he just sitting at the bar by himself, no security or nothing?
No security.
Wow.
That's when I realized I knew how real Pac was. He's a real dude. Must
have been before the East Coast, West Coast thing. Because he couldn't have been out like that by himself in Atlanta.
That's before. Yeah, that's before. Yeah. If Biggie gets killed when I'm in Detroit, this is 5 or 6 years before Biggie died.
Okay. Oh, so which makes it 7 years. So Pac died a year before Biggie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like
So
right at the
yeah,
year before Biggie.
This is late 90s.
Okay.
It
Wow.
was crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway,
and that probably was the same weekend where he shot at the police.
In the drop top rolls. Yes, same weekend.
Right.
Same weekend.
No, wait. I was joking about that. You're telling me that it was actually the same weekend?
I think so, man.
No, I was joking about that. Right. No, it can't be the same weekend that you was, indulging with Pac, getting the
No,
contact.
I did not indulge with Pac. I wasn't a smoker back then.
He was getting a contact from Pac in 112, and then when he left that night, he got in the shootout with the police.
That was 1993. So yes, this was
the same
1993.
weekend, though, is what I'm saying, Ryan. It couldn't have been the same.
I don't know if it's the same weekend, but it's around that same time.
Right. Wow. Rest in peace to the great Tupac Shakur, man.
Why? He ain't dead.
From Stewart
Pac
Media.
ain't
Huh?
Pac ain't dead.
I'm going to let Tree read that one later. Let you read that comment later. You're watching the Two Live Stews Experience. Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart. This weekend, the Super Bowl is upon us. What do you typically do for the Super Bowl?
Me and my wife had this discussion a couple of nights ago, man, because she wants to go to one of her Jack and Jill sisters' homes. And I'm like, yeah, you and the kids go have a good time.
Wait, what do you typically do? And Tree, can you put that meme back up for a second? One part of this conversation is about the Super Bowl tickets and why it seems like it's not a popular game like it's been in the past. The most popular game of the year, 58% in a week drop in Super Bowl ticket prices. What do you think that's all about?
I have no idea what to contribute that to because this is one of the most exciting Super Bowls we've approached in a long time.
People are tired of Kansas City.
That's true.
Okay, I have to remind myself I have somewhere to go Sunday because I'm not interested, quite frankly.
A lot of people are sick of Kansas City. That's true.
Well,
but still, to that degree, 58% drop in ticket prices?
For a sports fan, this is great.
You got a rematch. You got Jalen Hurts. You got Patrick Mahomes. You got 3 Super Bowls in a row. You got can the Eagles get it done? I mean, you got a lot of good storylines, and you got 2 very good teams. I don't get that.
Real Scott said he's headed to a DraftKings sports party in Atlantic City. $100 a head, food and 2 drinks come with the ticket.
Wow.
That's gonna be a good party, Real. Enjoy yourself. Wear one of your ties.
Right. Promote the ties. Right.
Wear one of your ties.
I
would prefer to watch it at the house, man. Because I have the remote. I can fast forward, rewind. I can pause. I can go to the bathroom. I can go outside and enjoy a smoke. I got my own liquor. I got food. But it sounds like I'm probably going to end up going to JP's people's house to watch it.
Yeah, one of the bros, our homeboys, actually, Sean. You know Sean. Sean.
Macaroni?
No. Sean is having our boy Sean is having a Super Bowl party, and it's every year. It's can't miss. It's a great Super Bowl party. All of the party favors, food, alcohol, everything you need at a Super Bowl party. Music, people playing spades. Awesome. I mean, it's just a great look. It's a great look. All right, when we get back from the break, man, Nadi's Funky Four, the 4 biggest stories in sports, entertainment, and beyond that we haven't gotten into yet.
He on fire today. We didn't stole 3 of his stories in 1 hour already. He's had to do 5 reports already.
Nadi'll be okay, man. Nadi, blame it on our head, not our heart.
Not our heart.
Come on, man. You know we wouldn't try.
No, y'all are people without character, and you have no humanity because you crossing the line. That's what he's gonna say. Because you fucking up his stories. I'm scared of Nadi. Somebody come and just his tongue is so spicy.
He got a spicy tongue now. He got a real spicy tongue. Have you ever been stranded on the side of the road, Ollie?
Yes.
It's not comfortable, is it?
No.
Dogs and Poodles, if you find yourself in a jam on the side of the highway, give my folks at Bay 11 Towing a call, 44770-6949. Again, that's 404-770-6949. Being stranded on the side of the road in Metro Atlanta is very stressful and dangerous. Bay 11 Towing is who you need to call. whether you're dealing with a flat tire, dead battery, full-on breakdown, or whatever that may have you on the side of the road, call our folks at Bay 11 Towing, and they will get to you with a competitive rate and quicker than everybody else in town. Again, that's Bay 11 Towing. That number is 404-770-6949. You're in the dog pound. Dogs and poodles, it's the Two Live Stews, and we're back. Our debate that started us on radio was the effectiveness of the option, idiot.
You call your brother idiot? I never call you an idiot.
Dummy. What you did is called hijack the show. I'm done. Doug Stewart and Ryan Stewart streaming live Monday and Thursday at 7 a.m.
That's the number 2 live stews, youtube.com. 2 live stews, youtube.com.
It's your boys, the Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart and Ryan Stewart, the makeup of those stews, and this is your Two Live Stews experience. We want to welcome into the doghouse
the funky dread.
What's
the
happening?
naughty dread.
The naughty dread's in the building. What up,
Word?
Thunderbird.
Good, man.
You already know, man. Same suit, Jerry heated. Let me get in this microphone. Oh shoot. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that story. See how y'all doing though?
You're doing good, man. How about you?
We want to apologize for stealing all your thunder. We've taken 3 of your stories already today.
It's all
and
good.
We apologize.
I know that Tree did a rundown, and I know how y'all frown upon reading, so it's okay.
Wait a minute.
It's okay.
Wait a minute.
No, I think
Wait a
that
minute.
was a
What's
shot.
up? What's going on?
I think that was a shot.
No, it's not a
I think
shot.
that was a shot.
No.
So listen, a lot of times we go with the flow, and sometimes the flow changes. We're kind of like, whatever's we feeling at the time. So we sway away from what we got in writing.
Unbridled horses.
Right.
Unbridled
It takes away
horses.
all the Tree's hard work of setting up a show when you decide to go with the flow.
That's okay.
That's
but
what the pre-production is about.
She should understand. She should understand that that's how we roll, and it's worked for us.
I feel you. It has worked. It has been. And people were asking me yesterday on the No Show. They said, "Why aren't the stews at Radio's Row?" And I said, "I think that's a goal for next year. That should definitely be a goal for next year to be at the Super Bowl."
I like that.
Because the Super Bowl, Radio Row need to have the stews.
Yeah, we probably could get a credential to go to Radio Row for real.
No
like
question.
we could. We really just haven't even thought about that type of stuff. We're too busy trying to get this thing, the foundation strong.
There's not just a cost that comes with that. There's a huge cost that comes with that.
Yeah, but we could get credentials to get into Radio Row and set up a table. I'm pretty sure.
The credentials are free, but the equipment and the hotels and the flights and the cars and everything else, it costs.
But that's a good.
When we
that's
did
a good
that
goal.
in the past, it was on somebody else's dime.
It was on somebody else's dime. That's a good idea, though.
We
That's
have
the
to
goal.
look at it as an investment.
I like that, Naughty. That's a goal for 2025 or 2026.
Well, let's get to this first story I didn't plan on doing. This story is per request of upper management. Kirk Cousins.
Wait a minute, Naughty. No, you ain't got to do nothing you don't want to do, Naughty.
No, go ahead.
Hold on, wait.
I
mean, considering that 3 of my stories been taken already, it fits perfect.
Go ahead.
I got something to talk about. I appreciate you, Doug, for requesting that I did this story. Kirk Cousins again. So, according to Kirk Cousins, week 10 against the Saints, that was that dreadful game that the Falcons should not have lost to the Saints. He says he got hit and he hurt his arm, his shoulder, and his elbow, and he really didn't report it. He played through the injury, according to him. Now, my question is Kirk Cousins saying this now to try to recoup some value in himself, or was he really playing hurt and sucking it up for the team?
I'm shocked that you don't like this story, that you didn't want to talk about the story, because it's dealing with the hometown team, and it brings up a lot of issues. You just talked about it just now. One issue is, did he sabotage the team if he really was hurt to the point where he sucked like he did the next 4 games and they lost the next 4 games? Should he be blamed for the Falcons' downfall in the season? Was that selfish? If he really was hurt and couldn't make the throws, that might be the most selfish thing I've ever heard in my life.
Rewind this thing back to when we talked about it during the season, sir. I was livid that they kept him on that field for a month. I was livid.
Right. right.
I talked about it left and right, and people are trying to defend him and why he needs to stay in there, and Penix ain't ready. I kept saying I was livid that they kept him in there for those 4 weeks. Those 4 weeks cost the Falcons the opportunity to get into the postseason.
So did he sabotage your organization for his benefit? And the second thing, which you just mentioned just now, is this a way to put out there in the atmosphere that, hey, I'm still good. I was bad those games because I was hurt. Right. And so now he's going to set himself up for another big deal.
Well, I would say two things. One, these franchises have a obligation to the fans and to the bettors to put out any injuries that a player has had.
Right.
So the fact that it was not reported by the team, that kind of makes me feel questionable about this story.
Remember what you about to say, Naughty. Sir, I wager on games.
Yes.
Those first 2 weeks of that month, I was betting for the Falcons.
Because they were playing great.
For them to win.
Yes. Because they were playing great before that.
And I didn't know. I look at injury reports every weekend.
Yeah.
It wasn't on there.
This is really a big scandal. No, he didn't tell anybody. He's
That's
acknowledging
illegal.
it now. Right. He's
That's
acknowledging
illegal.
it right now. Yeah. It's definitely a big scandal.
And another other thing is, let's say he was hurt and he was playing hurt. I mean, a lot of times we applaud players for playing through injury.
Right.
And if he was concerned about, as most starting quarterbacks are, they're concerned about the backup coming in and getting any minutes because that could cost them their job. So a lot of times we applaud guys for playing through injuries. I don't think that's the situation here. I think Kirk Cousins is trying to let NFL teams know I'm still good. I was just hurt. And if you decide to come trade for me and pay me, I'll be good for your team.
Right.
It bothers me.
That's definitely part of it. Yeah.
It bothers me in a big way because there's a handful of players that was on their 53-man roster where last season was their last. They're never going to play in the NFL again. There's fans in the stands that might not be able to afford season tickets moving forward. So that was their last season being at the Benz.
Hey,
there's coaches that there's several reasons why the Falcons needed to sit his behind down and bring in Michael Penix Jr. I fussed for weeks about why isn't Penix on the field.
And here's the other part of the story, and we can move on. This is from Rel Scott. This is part of the story. Kirk said it was a clerical error. They actually had him on the injury report because he had acknowledged he had got hurt during the game, but he must have played it down after the fact. When they put him on the injury list, he was afraid that Penix was going to take his spot. I don't know about that last part, but they actually acknowledged that he was hurt, but they put him on the injury list. He said that it was a clerical error. He shouldn't have been on there, but now he's saying he should have been because he was hurt. That's bullshit.
Yeah,
they need to get Fontenot on the phone. They need to get Raheem Morris on the phone because even Stevie Wonder could see that boy wasn't himself. That boy was a detriment to the team. He was a reason why the team was not going to win for that month he was in playing those games.
And Nadi, this is why I disagree with you. I think this is a big scandal. I don't know why you didn't want to talk about it.
I don't think it's necessarily a scandal. I just think it's a quarterback trying to save his career. It's plenty throughout the season. There's plenty of quarterbacks that make the injury list in some sort of way. You'll see Joe Burrow's on there with a wrist. But the fans want him to play, and we're getting it out. Pat Mahomes was on the injury list a few times this year. But
I think at one point in time they said Tom Brady was on the injury report for like 5 years straight.
Every week, right? Wow. But you don't want to see the backup. Right, it makes the quarterback seem heroic if he's on the injury list and he plays through the injuries. It shows that he is the leader of the team. He somehow gains some sort of morale inside of the locker room.
Right.
So
there's players that are never going to play again that could have got a playoff check had they won 1 or 2 more games.
Yeah.
This is a disgusting story. I lost 2 weeks worth of money on them damn games.
Remember, this was a stretch. Right. This was the stretch where he threw like 8 interceptions, no touchdowns.
Right.
This was that exact stretch.
That's right.
Now we understand.
We talked about it.
Why do we understand? Why couldn't it be Kirk Cousins was just bad for that stretch?
No, but
it had nothing to do with the injury.
That's true, but he's saying that It was the
It had
injury.
everything to do with injury.
So that means you believe what Kirk Cousins is saying.
You're right.
And if you believe what Kirk Cousins is saying, then he needs to be on somebody's team next year as a starting quarterback getting $30 million.
Time out real quick. I'm sorry. I'm missing the point.
Yeah.
I'm missing what's going on.
You're
here.
saying two different things, Nadi.
Right.
Go ahead.
We talked about this ad nauseum when we were doing the show last fall.
Yeah,
we
but we
all
didn't know
had
he
a problem with how
quote
he was
unquote
playing.
injured. We didn't know that he was quote unquote injured.
But now
we just now finding out about this.
I didn't understand why they kept him in there. I kept saying that. What are they waiting on to go to Penix?
I agree.
Kirk is not Kirk.
Why was he not just bad? Why does he have to be hurt? He could have just been awful.
He could have been bad. He could have been just awful. But this lends to the story that he was hurt.
All right.
Okay? If he was hurt and we put in the backup who was very good, played very good when he got in, we may have won a couple of those games. We lost like 5 games in a row.
We knew he was hurt the way he was throwing that damn ball.
There was a 1-game difference from us making the playoffs, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yes. It was 1 game difference.
One.
Go to the next story. We can stay on this all day long. Go to the next story, bro.
At the end, if you beat Carolina, So, but anyway, let me get to this next story that I just whooped out of my ass.
Pause.
Yeah, pause.
Definitely a pause on that. Chip Kelly is the new offensive coordinator for the Las Vegas Raiders. Pete Carroll making the hires between him and Darren Bovell, who was Pete Carroll's offensive coordinator in Seattle, who was terrible. But what do you think about Chip Kelly? I mean, his innovative style, and he just won a championship with Ohio State.
Yeah,
I love it.
Unfortunately, we briefly talked about this a couple days ago. Briefly.
Unfortunately, if he doesn't have a quarterback, I don't care what kind of offense he puts in place, it's not going to have much success. But I like Chip Kelly being the guy that's pulling the plays, or calling the plays in Las Vegas.
Don't the Raiders have like the 5th pick?
I think they have the 6th pick in the draft.
Okay, yeah. They're going to take a quarterback. It's either going to be Shador or Cam
you think
Ward.
Shador going to drop that far?
I don't think Shador's going to be there.
Considering Tennessee got the 1st pick, they need a quarterback. Right. Cleveland got the 2nd pick. They got to need a quarterback. Giants got the 3rd pick.
That's right.
They need
That's right.
It's funny you said that because I just made a reel a couple of days ago where on First Take they showed like the top 10 draft picks, from whatever draft expert or whatever.
Right.
1 was Tennessee, 2 was Cleveland. And they had like the defensive end from Penn State at number 1, and they had somebody else at number 2. He had Cam Ward at like 4, and he had Shador at like 6 or 7. And my reel was, wait a minute, don't the first 2 teams need a quarterback?
Yes.
But evidently they are trying to pour salt on these cats where they're going to drop a little bit where they technically should be.
I read a story on Bleacher Report earlier that said that Shador could even fall completely out of the 1st round.
What? No, that's a lie. That's a lie.
I'm just telling you what I read.
Yeah, right.
Bleacher Report.
I read the report.
Yeah.
I read that. Right. I read the report. Listen.
Right.
Don't forget, guys. Teams will lie because they want the player.
Yes.
So players can fall out of the 1st round, or players can drop from 1, 2, or 3 all the way to 8, 9, and 10. Teams want that. So people are going to sully their names on purpose. Oh, not good quarterbacks this year. Well, they're really B quarterbacks, not A quarterbacks, but they're chomping at the bit to get them.
So you're saying we really don't know until it actually happens.
That's exactly right. That's
correct.
Exactly right.
It could be politicking.
Right. Well, Doug, this story is it's your fault that I have to do this story, but Ryan, you may love it. Caitlin Clark got her jersey retired in Iowa.
This is a big deal.
That should be an applause. Some applause.
Wait. Why is it my fault that you got to do this story? Because
I wasn't gonna do this story, but
you had to fill something. You had to fill with this.
This is awesome. Thank you, audience. Thank you, audience.
My bad, Nadi. My bad.
Shout out to Caitlin Clark for getting her jersey retired in Iowa, and they had a big game, Iowa against USC that night, and they made a great comeback. I mean, Juju was out there balling, but Iowa got inspired by Caitlin Clark. It seemed like everywhere Caitlin Clark goes, that team wins on that day. I mean, she really inspires people to be better.
Hey, Nadi, moving forward.
I can't stand that heifer.
Real quick, Nadi, moving forward. I would appreciate it if whenever you refer to Cece, you just call her my boo.
No, that's you. She's not Nadi's boo.
No,
She's
my
your
boo. Yes,
She's
that's what I
Ryan's
said.
boo. Ryan's
My boo. Refer to her as my boo. So your boo. He need to say, "Hey Stu, I'm about to talk about your boo." Oh, you're talking about Caitlin? Let's go. What's the story?
Go ahead.
I love her.
Stu,
I love her, and she's good for sports.
Let me say something else about your boo. She was invited to the NBA All-Star game to participate in a three-point contest, and she said, "You know what? I'm not going to do that because the Indiana Fever are hosting the WNBA All-Star game next year, and she wants her first time competing to be in front of those fans." So, shout out to your boo for just having all kind of class and morale.
She's classy now. She's classy now.
My favorite gift, one of my top 2 or 3 favorite gifts is Viola Davis looking at somebody in disgust, picking up her purse and looking at them like that and just walking out. I wish I could do that to y'all right now. I wish I could throw up that gift right now.
You use that one all the time.
I use it all the time. Ninja, please.
It kind of, puts a light on why Taylor Swift and Caitlin Clark seem to have this white girl magic.
My boo is nice. She's special, man. She's special.
My last story, and I want to do something for Black History and do a story. And since we're talking about the presidency, let me do this story on the great Shirley Chisholm.
So I realize that this is a rough road, but a catalyst for change in a society is usually persona non grata with those who have been the beneficiaries of the system. A catalyst for change has to be able to withstand the insults, the humiliations, the abuses, and the slurs. What's wrong with my running for president of this country? After all, for 15 years, I have been the ghostwriter for a lot of them.
Praise the Lord. God bless you. God bless you, Miss Chisholm.
Wow.
Very powerful. And when she says persona non grata, that means an unwelcome person. So, she was feeling unwelcome at her idea of running for the presidency. She became the first Black woman elected to the U.S. Congress in 1968. In 1972, she actually ran for the presidency in a Democratic seat. And I was just thinking, man, if Shirley Chisholm had a ran today, this just last election, she would have got my vote, man. I would have definitely voted for a Black woman. It would have happened.
So I know I'm taking this a totally different direction. And great report on Sister Shirley Chisholm, Nadi.
You voted for a Black woman, you said? You would have voted for a Black woman? I would have voted
for a Black woman if she would have ran. Shirley Chisholm would have got my vote.
He doesn't think Kamala's a Black woman. So I just thought about this.
Please, I have to come in. I'm sorry.
What happened?
Okay. I want to
civil rights activist. Let me throw that in there. And she also taught at Spelman too. I mean, she had so many accolades. I just don't have enough time. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna ask later. Bookmark.
Okay. So listen, question. This could be a top 5, but I'm gonna go ahead and throw it out right now. The top 5 blackest last names in history in this country. There's no white person in the United States of America with the last name Chisholm. Am I right or wrong?
You're right.
You're probably right.
Are there any white Ellingtons?
No.
Probably so.
Yeah, Duke Ellington.
Yeah,
no, Duke Ellington is Black. What are you talking about?
No, Duke, you're right. You're right.
What, I would say Jackson. I don't know any white Jacksons.
No, they got to be white Jacksons. That's too.
I don't know. I've never seen a white Jackson in my life.
I've never seen a white Jackson.
Not as his last name.
Okay, so let me think about that for a second. I'll come up with some more. I don't think there's any white Chisholms or Ellingtons in the United States of America. None.
And now you did an outstanding job today, man. Thank you very much, man.
All right, man. I appreciate y'all.
Tell them about the no-show, Dread.
Right.
Oh, no-show back next week. Like I said, I didn't talk about the rape this week because I think Arlie wanted to speak on that. But next week, I definitely will be talking about, my traumatic experience being raped in college by this female.
You have to say essay. You have to say essayed. Now that is for real on YouTube. You got to say essayed.
What's essayed?
Sexually assaulted. Yes, okay. I'm just hearing.
Sexually assaulted. Also, I'll come with another Black History topic. Yesterday, I did the real Lion King, Cindy Adakita, and Mandan Charter, which was the first ever real constitution on the planet. So y'all just stay tuned to the No Show and keep it funky. I appreciate y'all from yesterday. We had fun.
That's what's up, Dread. Appreciate you, man. Great Naughty Dread. Up next in the Doghouse with your boys, the Two Last Dudes, we're going to do a top 5 and get into this last 48.
The top 5, the results from the top 5. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Y'all keep it locked.
Imagine feeling invigorated and focused, not by artificial substances, but by natural pre-workout supplements. This isn't just a thought, but a reality many athletes and fitness enthusiasts are embracing. They hold the key to elevated performance without the commonly associated side effects of synthetic products. However, overlooking the potential of these supplements means missing out on that all-natural energy boost and focus. It means accepting unnecessary crashes post-workout. It's a pain point that no fitness enthusiast should grapple with, especially when there's a healthier alternative. At Lion Roar Herbs, we produce a vegan all-natural pre-workout that is proven to increase performance and boost every workout. Visit us at lionroarherbs.com to learn more and look for natural performance energy. That's NPE. We are sure you will feel the difference.
It's your boys. We're back. The Two Last Dudes, Duckster and Ryan with the makeup of those dudes, and this is your Two Last Dudes experience. Good morning. Thank y'all for joining us. We really, really, really appreciate it.
Milligan. We're going to talk about that clip in a second, but Milligan. You think there's any white people in this country last name Milligan?
No, man.
What about Ferguson?
No white Fergusons, man.
Huh?
No white Ferguson.
Okay, all right. I'm going to come up with one more. I'm going to come up with a top 5. But, sir, the video that you just saw, and welcome back. You're watching the Two Live Stews experience. The video you just saw was at what they call I
have bad eyes. And even with glasses, I was under the impression that was a bunch of white people.
No, those were all black people. They call it a trail ride. And basically, they do line dances like the Cupid Shuffle and, I don't know, electric slide. Bus stop. They have a huge party and they play our music, but they do the line dances to the music in cowboy Western fashion. It's huge. Like the birthplace of this is like Columbia, Richland County.
You know why, right?
Why?
Beyonce and her country album.
You might be right.
But y'all didn't want to give her credit.
Wait a minute now.
And she won album of the year.
I'm not sure about that. And somebody can verify that. Have Nadi verify that. You might be right, though. Maybe this whole phenomenon that's going on right now, because it's very popular. It's very popular where black people have these big trail ride parties.
And I want y'all to understand.
It might coincide with when Beyonce came out with Country Carter.
I let y'all slide because there was one person talking about the greatness of Country Carter. I let y'all slide with that last week. I let y'all slide with that because y'all were not supporting Beyonce. Y'all didn't like it. Y'all were insinuating that she's a sellout for doing a country album. And I kept saying, hold on. Y'all missing the bigger picture here. I kept trying to check y'all like, wait a minute. I don't believe y'all talking about B and J like this.
Wait a minute. Who said that she was a sellout for doing a country album?
Man, y'all hated the idea of her doing that country album. Y'all hated
when
it.
You say y'all, who is y'all? Specifically who?
When I say y'all, I'm talking about the people on this show that we talked about it with.
Nobody said that. Nobody hated on Beyonce and said she's a sellout for doing a country album.
Okay.
Nobody said that.
Okay, no problem.
I don't remember that.
Right.
Tree, do you remember that?
You don't remember a damn thing.
Tree, thumbs up, thumbs down. Tree's even saying thumbs down. Nobody said that.
Yeah, okay.
So back to the point. They play a Luke song for this trail ride party. And it's it looked like to me about 4,000 ninjas doing their line dance.
There's a lot of people in there.
Yeah. All right, top 5. Let's get to top 5. And you're watching the Two Live Stews experience. Top 5. The category was the top 5 comedies, black comedies of all times. And
it's the must-watch black TV shows in honor of Black history.
The top 5 must-watch black TV shows of all time. And here's Ryan's list. Go ahead, Ryan.
Cosby Show, Jefferson's, Martin, Good Times, Sanford and Son. All right, your turn.
Okay, and let's show my list.
But Ryan, you didn't. They got to vote. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey, Tree, listen. I need you to stay out of this thing right now
My
because
people keep saying
you sound very partial right now, Tree.
Look at the numbers.
Look at this.
Look at the
Look at this.
numbers.
My people keep saying that they have a hard time finding it.
Wait. Stop.
Your phone was muted, Tree. We couldn't hear you.
What?
I have the wrong thing.
Oh, she was showing both eyes. She just needs to show mine, really. You're watching the Two Lost Stews experience. Okay. All right. We're waiting, Tree. Is this it? Okay. Yeah.
See, they need to vote. Look at them numbers.
But Tree, when you say stuff like this, you make it sound like if other people vote that haven't voted, they're going to vote for Ryan.
Back off of her, Doug. Leave her alone.
This is over a 3-day voting period.
It's close, though.
It's going to be close because our lists were basically the same.
All my people keep pulling up and like they can't find the poll to vote. That's their problem.
That's a lie. It's pinned to the top of the group page. That's a lie. Stop saying that.
When we drop the website, will we be able to put this top 5 on the website for people to vote there?
Absolutely. We're coming up with a new website. We're going to roll out hopefully in the next week or two. No more than 2 weeks. A lot of stuff going to be in the website. So yeah, show my list. Show the winning list, Tree. The Jeffersons at number 5, Cosby Show at number 4, Good Times at number 3, Martin at number 2, and Sanford and Son. I didn't realize a lot of people didn't like Martin. Martin is a sitcom.
It's a classic.
Classic. Genius. Ryan's voters are getting the old poll. All right. So what's the score now? I'm up 8-4 now, I believe.
Oh, Uncle Mike said he would have had White Shadow and what else was the other one he said, Tree? White Shadow. What's happening on his list? What's happening was a good show too, but what's happening was just so old.
Well, a lot of them was old. I mean, Sanford Son was old.
It was Sanford Son, Good Times old.
Yeah. So I'm up 8.
People to vote. I need y'all to vote.
I'm up 8-4 in the top 5.
But still, these numbers is close. 67 to 54.
Hey, Tree, I never
Okay.
I never thought you would do this. You would be like this. I mean, golly.
Well, you don't like eggs anymore. I mean, I don't know. I'm a little bit upset. I told you need someone to cook them correctly for you, and then
Fuck them eggs. All right, so so now the last 48, the biggest memes in the Two Live Stews chat group in the last 48 hours. Let's start it out with this, man. I just thought this was cute, man. The Fonz, Potsy, and the great Ralph Mouth, the timeless TV series. The reason why I thought this was cool, man, is because
you always support white people. I think Doug just froze. That's not a pause. That's Doug being frozen. The reason why Doug liked this is because I'm not gonna say what I just said. I'm sure you heard what I said, Tree. Doug will be back here in a second. I want to remind all of y'all on the picture that Doug just posted. Put the picture up real quick one more time, Tree. This came up in the show prep meeting. I still have an Arthur Fonzarelli leather jacket. And the Fonz is why I still have motorcycles and ride motorcycles. I thought Arthur Fonzarelli was the coolest human in the world back then when I was watching this show.
Can you still fit that jacket?
It's a little tight. It's a little tight.
I want you to bring it on. He can't fit it.
I gotta find it.
He's giving Luca.
The font still looks good. Do we continue with the last 48 or do we just keep on, or do we wait on Doug to come back?
Well, see, my clothes are coming off. So what happens is because none of us are allowed to pick any of the last 48s. And so when something like this happens, we don't have our own stuff to go with.
We don't know there he goes. Okay. He's back. He's gonna come in here spitting fire too. We do appreciate y'all watching the Two Live Stews and the Two Live Stews experience. Welcome back, man.
I don't know what happened, man. Goddamn gremlins. All right, so roll out, Tree.
Go ahead. You didn't share your thoughts on this picture.
Oh,
you froze up.
I asked a question. I wonder if kids understand how popular this guy right here to the left was.
He was real popular.
And they can't understand because they didn't see him. They don't understand how big of a phenomenon Arthur Fonzarelli was.
Hey.
Every kid in the 1970s and the late 70s wanted to be Arthur Fonzarelli, sir.
Yeah.
What was his girlfriend's name? She made a couple of appearances every once in a while. She had like a pink motorcycle. What was her name?
Peggy?
Pinky.
Pinky, not Peggy, Pinky.
Pinky Tuscadero.
That's it.
The great Pinky Tuscadero. Way to go, Tree. Tree, you also said something in our pre-show meeting. You brought up Mork and Ork. Mork from Ork?
Oh,
Mork and Mindy.
I had a Mork and Mindy doll.
So why did you bring that up when we were talking about Happy Days?
So our TV in the home that I lived in, we really were on CBS a lot because I think it was more black facing. But ABC had Charlie's Angels, the Fonz, and then after the like I can tell you the whole lineup. The Fonz came on Tuesday night at
Happy
8.
Days,
Laverne and Shirley came on after that. And so Charlie's Angels was on Wednesday. So I had a Mork and Mindy doll. And Mork and Mindy came on Thursdays.
So you didn't remember. Mork from Ork got his first appearance on Happy Days.
Why though? Like how did they? It was
just like it was just out of character story or whatever. I can't remember why, but the first time anybody saw Mork from Ork was on Happy Days.
We watched a lot of TV growing up.
Right.
I know commercials and just
we was outside.
TV was so good in the winter. Yeah, because you're down here in the country, but I was in Detroit. It's cold.
And it used to be cold back then. Now it's not cold really anymore. All right, next one, Tree, and you're watching the 2 Lost 2's Experience.
If you
Knight Rider.
As a matter of fact, my high school girlfriend's mother drove a red one. And I dated that girl for about a year just because of her mom and her car.
So really no comparison like we typically do with these cars. I just wanted to show this. This may have been the hottest car in the history of hot cars for teenagers and young adults in the history of this country, man. I
would still like one of these. I wouldn't mind a Z28 today or an IROC Z. I wouldn't mind having either one of those right now.
This was the new body style from the previous body style of the Trans Am and Camaro and all of that. This was the new body style, the Z28, right?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, this is the hottest car in the history of the world, man.
It's beautiful.
These young people think that these Hellcats and these Chargers are the shit. This was the hottest car. Maybe other places it wouldn't, but in South Carolina, oh yeah.
The Hellcats and stuff, they are really nice though, man.
But they don't look as good as this. That looks like a spaceship.
That looks amazing.
That looks like a spaceship, sir.
That's still a beautiful car. That's undated. It's timeless. It can
timeless.
run right now.
It's timeless. All right, Tree, next one. And you're watching the 2 Lost 2's Experience.
Speaking of fat people.
God damn. Don't say that. So who do you have? You got Porzingis, Luka, and Jalen Brunson. Do you realize, sir, that all three of these guys were on the Dallas Mavericks at one time?
I do, man.
How?
Man. Yep.
Hey, Siri, define generational fumble. How?
Yeah.
Jalen Brunson is in the running for the MVP for the last couple of years in New York.
Yep. He's been a top 5 contender.
Luka has made first team all-pro 5 years in a row.
He leads the league in scoring with 28 points a game.
And Porzingis coming out of that injury, came back for the Boston Celtics last year and led them basically in the last couple of games to win the championship.
No, he didn't lead them in the last couple of games. He had a presence. He had a presence, but he didn't lead them. No.
Maybe that's too strong.
Yep, very strong. But he's a good player. Yes, he should still be in Dallas.
All three of them.
He should still be in Dallas. All three.
Kind of reminds me of. Go ahead, Nadi.
Injured in Dallas, and it didn't work. I mean, they had those three guys, and they weren't winning.
It kind of reminds me of, and you're watching the 2 Lost 2's Experience.
Another reason why they were willing to ship Luka's ass out of there. He's had teammates and he's had players around him.
I'm old enough to remember when OKC had Kevin Durant, James Westbrook, and what was the big game? That was
Ibaka.
Yeah, Serge Ibaka.
Serge Ibaka.
Right.
One
Serge
team.
Ibaka.
One team.
Right.
3 Hall of Famers.
Sometimes it doesn't work, man.
And at least they made it to the finals.
True.
They made it to the finals.
I hate they didn't stay together. They didn't stay together because they would eventually have won rings. And I guess maybe they didn't have enough money to pay everybody. So
there's really not enough basketballs for that group that you just mentioned in OKC. There's not enough basketballs.
You remember KG, Stephon Marbury? It was a third guy on that team as well that I hated it. The Timberwolves broke up.
Wasn't it? What's the player from?
Wasn't
it Joe Smith from Maryland?
It was KG, Sam Cassell, and Latrell Sprewell, and they had a good run.
Yeah. It's just crazy to see all of those. Like right now, them 3 players look like Porzingis probably not a Hall of Famer right now, but the other 2 definitely on the path to being Hall of Famers.
That's true, but they got Kyrie Irving, so.
Which Luka was expendable.
Yeah, and
you're watching really
the Stu's experience.
You just don't shake down talent like that unless you've seen over the years that talent isn't going to bring you a chip. They'd rather have Kyrie than Luka, man.
Those owners are in the business of making money, and they didn't want to pay a white Euro $350 million.
We talked about this last night on the in the huddle with Joe Ham.
A lot of people it's on Nico Harrison, but the truth is you can't trade a superstar player in any sport without
Mark Cuban
on it.
Mark Cuban no longer runs the Dallas Mavericks. Y'all know that. The Adelson family and the Dumont family, which are the owners or the majority owners of the Las Vegas Sands Casino Company in Las Vegas. Them people about their money. They wasn't about to give Luka no $350 million, $76 million a year when he allegedly comes in out of shape and walks around like he owns the place.
Yeah, when you factor that in, I totally get it. I mean, they didn't want to invest in it. It's investment. He's an investment.
Business.
Yeah.
Last thing, when it comes to this line dancing, I think it really heated up with the Cupid Shuffle. By the Cupid.
But I'm talking about the whole Western theme.
The country theme. Yeah.
The whole country theme.
Well, I don't know if line dancing, definitely in the black community, it don't always have to do with country music. Clearly, if they playing Pop That Pussy and they line dancing, it don't got to have nothing to do with country. They just need something to line dance to. They just need some instructions, some directions. Pop the pussy, left foot up, right foot up, hop.
And thanks, Nadi. I don't think we've ever crossed the boundary of the P word this early in the morning.
It's just a cat. It's okay. It's no big deal.
It's just a cat.
It's no big deal.
All right, so we got a couple more memes in the last 48 coming up. I got a hard stop at 8:58. So let's get this break over and hurry up and get back so I can get my
first thing first. We're gonna get into this 2-minute trespass, and then after that,
yes,
whether you stay or not, we're gonna do some chat. Whether you stay or not.
All right, great.
All right, y'all enjoy this 2-minute trespass. We'll be back here in a few minutes.
Class
that boom. Shouts out to Kilo. Oh, that was awesome. I really enjoyed that.
The great Kilo Ali.
I really enjoyed that.
Hey, welcome back to Two Live Stews. Hey, real quick, showed my little flyer. I do life insurance. That's my real job. Okay.
We often say it real quick, both of us, and it's never really quick when we say it.
No, it's real quick. But check this out. Monday, I am doing what we call lunch and learn in the business. Okay, right here on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network at noon. I'm going to come on and for 30, 45 minutes, answer questions about life insurance, in particular term life insurance, whole life, and universal life. So I'll kind of give an explanation of all three. People always ask me the questions. What's the difference between term and whole life? So I'll talk about the three main types of life insurance, and I'll read your questions in the chat. 12 p.m. Monday, this coming Monday, lunch and learn with Doug Stewart. All right.
I like that.
Yep.
That's a great idea. You should have been doing that for a while now. That's a great idea.
I know. All right. So last memes in the last 48. So I don't know if you've seen this, but this has been going around a lot online.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much substance there is to it. Maybe it's not any at all. But this sounds like a good thing for the Falcons if this could happen. But I'm sure that
I think it would be great.
I think it would be great. But Nadi mentioned in the pre-show that we got salary cap issues now because of the money we gave Kirk Cousins. So it probably would be hard. I don't think there's any truth or any. I think this is just a rumor because it makes sense.
Falcons hadn't had a pass rush in over a decade, man. They got to get somebody that can put pressure on the quarterback without sending blitzes from all over the place.
From the edges. Yeah.
Yep.
I also remember just last year the Falcons, traded a draft pick to get Matthew Judon. There was another move that they made that probably would prohibit this.
And Judon didn't do bad, but he didn't put no pressure on the quarterback. But he did not do bad. He wasn't him. He wasn't the him that was needed.
Correct. And Atlanta fans oftentimes do these kind of memes. They put a meme where they were trying to get Brandon Ingram so bad, had him in all kind of Hawks jerseys, and he got traded to Toronto last night. So you got to watch out for these Atlanta fans. They're dreamers.
They're dreamers. They're dreamers. They are dreamers.
I don't think we meant to cut them off just now like that.
What me?
Oh, it's okay.
No, go ahead.
Dreamers, they don't live in reality all the time. They don't really know the collective bargaining agreement. They don't know salary cap. So it's okay.
Yeah, it's fans being fans.
Right.
Fans can wish and they can hope. And I'm not a Falcon fan, but man, if he was here, that would be great.
Yeah. All right, next one, Tree. And you're watching the Two Live Stews Experience. Man, I just
Green-eyed Genie.
I just came across this online, man, and I just wanted to show homage, man, to the great Houdini, the Grandmaster D. Ooh-wee.
So that's Lee Kavan O'Leary who sent that, right? So the last name O'Leary, you just mentioned black names. Clearly, if it's O'Leary, it's a white person, right?
Absolutely, 100%.
Okay.
100%. O'Leary, that's an Irish name.
Irish.
Yeah. Which was kind of strange to me when they started what's the name of the show with Ghost? The main character's Ghost.
Oh, Power.
When they started Power, the main character's name was St. Patrick. Like I thought maybe that had some type of significance.
It's Jamie St. Patrick.
Yeah, but St. Patrick is clearly an Irish name. I always wondered, did that have some type of backstory on how they chose that name and why he had the name St. Patrick? And I never saw anything about any explanation of it.
If 50 Whiny Cents is listening, he will steal that idea right there. So for a prequel. Because that's a good idea, an origin. So just mark this date.
We talked about, there's no other blacker names than Ferguson and, Ellington and Milligan and all of those. There's no whiter name than St. Patrick.
As a matter of fact, man, when it comes to Milligan, you're not going to find no Milligans outside of Monk's Corner.
That might be a city name or area, country name.
Right,
Yeah.
right. That's a straight Moco County, Berkeley County name.
So Nadi said these guys look sweet. Laugh out loud. So a little background on Houdini. Houdini's is the first rap group with the first slow song.
They might
rap.
look sweet. They might look sweet, Dread, but they were ladies' men.
They were players. They were players.
They were players.
There's a big difference between sweet and players.
Yeah.
These cats were some players. Ja Lil, Ecstasy, the Green Eyed Genie. Rest in peace to Ja Lil, just passed away like maybe a year, 2 years ago.
Hadn't been
No,
long.
it wasn't Ja Lil, it was Ecstasy passed away. Ecstasy passed away, the guy with the white hat on. Shouts out to Houdini, one of the all-time greatest hip-hop groups of all time. Last one, Tree. This is the last one.
Y'all about to tease me.
We forgot to discuss this the other day when we did the show Monday after the Grammys. This is Will Smith's kids on the red carpet, man.
Before I say what I'm gonna say, let me Google Willow's age. No, be quiet, Tree. Be quiet. Be quiet.
Why do you have to?
All right,
why do you have to? Google?
She's 24, man. All right, go ahead. What you about to say? Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, Will's son is turning out to be some type of freak.
Why? You saw this coming. You saw this coming, man.
I saw. Everybody saw this coming. This
ain't no surprise.
What is that on his head? Is it supposed to be
a house?
Looks like a house. Looks like a house.
Tree, what's the backstory to this? What's the backstory to him wearing a house on his head? Do you know?
People, I don't want to say Illuminati people, but that's what I've been seeing going around, is that it's some kind of ritual stuff. I don't know.
Well, Willow is sexy and she could get it. Let's just get that out of the way.
Wait.
Willow
is kind of young to be making that type of statement, man.
She's an adult.
Really, Ryan? Really, Ryan?
She's 24. She's 24. And she out there in these streets showing shape. I didn't do nothing.
She's showing shape.
I didn't do nothing.
Just like your grandmama said when you went to school, it was 30 degrees outside and you didn't have on a jacket.
You trying to show shape.
You trying to show shape. Willow trying to show shape.
She got it to show too. Okay. And Jaden, he's been a freak for a long time now. But when it comes to red carpets like this, if you don't have hot music or you don't have hot art out, you've got to do something to be seen and to get talked about. So you put a house on your head.
Right. I feel like there's a new segment coming where Ryan unpacks red carpets. People on the red carpet. He's been a freak for a long time, ladies and gentlemen.
He has been a freak for a long time. Y'all know that.
I.e., be a freak. If you don't have anything else going for you, be a freak.
Man, why, when you've got a very nice tailor-made tux on, you look very, very nice. What made him say, before I leave the house, I'm going to put this house on my head?
And so something else I'm noticing, I just thought about this just now. Evidently, Willow's getting Will's height, and Jada's getting, what's her face?
Jada's height. You're right.
They're both short because Willow and her fine ass, and they are beautiful kids. Willow and her fine ass, she got on 6-inch heels, you can see.
No, but I think she's going to ultimately be taller than her brother, though, which Will is a pretty tall
24,
guy.
Them kids ain't growing no more. Them kids done growing. They're adults. These kids are adults. They're not kids no more.
Yeah, I think you take Jaden's shoes off and take Willow's shoes off. I think Willow's taller.
Willow could get it, can't she?
Look, I don't think that's proper for the morning show, man. She's super young. She's super young. I got daughters 10 years older than Willow.
Let me bring somebody in that will voice their opinion. Hey, Naughty.
What's happening?
What you
think about that picture, Naughty?
Willow is beautiful.
She's beautiful.
She'll get slayed. Raw.
Well, Naughty's younger than y'all, so
yeah, I'm in my 50s.
My oldest son is 22, so I'm almost old enough to be her father, I guess, but still,
Naughty,
she's over the age.
She's adult, man.
I will be your father figure.
Nadia.
And she's showing shape. I'm not showing shape. Willow's showing shape. I'm not gonna act like I can't see what she's showing, man. She got it.
Right. She want to be seen.
I wish she was.
When you want to be seen, you want to be touched. When you want to
I'll
be
be
touched.
honest.
Okay.
I wish.
Can we read the chat, please?
We'll get to the chat. I really wish, just for this picture alone, that Willow was married to Kanye.
Oh, she'll be naked.
Wow, y'all wrong.
That'll be great. That'd be great. I mean, who won the red carpet? Is it the one with the house on his head, or Kanye's wife?
Oh, Kanye's wife definitely won the red carpet.
Yeah. Oh, it's all over.
You get naked in front of millions and millions of people.
I mean, she had on the dress. She wasn't naked.
She had on the dress. Thank you,
She had on
Nadi.
the dress.
She had on a dress. She wasn't naked.
Are you serious? Are you serious now, man?
He had on a dress.
No, we're not gonna get back into that. We're not gonna get back.
It was sheer, but she had on a dress.
Right. I think they wouldn't allow nobody to come to the Grammys naked.
No, but she didn't reveal herself till the very end.
Nadi said that like, come on, Doug. Hello.
Nadi. She
had on a
revealed
very
herself.
nice dress.
She had
you
on
know,
a
Kanye
fur
is selling
coat.
those dresses.
She had on a fur coat until she
Right.
revealed herself.
Doug is in here acting like that lady didn't have a dress on.
Be careful.
She had
because
two of
she
those
want to be
dresses.
seen means she wants to be touched, and you're gonna do a whole show on essaying. Be careful, because we can wear what we want to wear.
You can.
And that doesn't mean we want to be touched. So just be mindful.
Sometimes what
be
you wear can be
mindful,
misleading.
because your words
She has on the panties and bra.
giving oxymoronic.
I mean, she has on the panties and bra. I'm sorry. I mean, you walk around with panties and bra on. You want to be
Look,
seen.
panty and bra on. She's
Right.
in them streets in a panty
Right.
and a bra. Yep. And y'all talk about, oh, Ryan wilding out. No, I'm not wilding out. When I saw her, the first thing that came to my mind was,
okay,
I'm horny.
Okay, I got 5 minutes to read chat messages, then I got to bounce.
We're going to hate to see you leave, Doug.
Tree, come on in, Tree.
We
Thank you so
can
much.
read with. You're welcome.
Give
You're
us
welcome.
5 minutes. Give me 5 minutes of chat messages.
Okay, well, we got to start with
Nadi's mind was raw. When he saw Willow, he said raw, R-A-W. He's right, too. He's right.
Thank you, Calvin, aka Big Jeff. We hope you will continue to donate to the space despite the conversations and the heatedness. Good morning, Stews. What y'all top 3 shoe? He wants to know the shoe shows in Atlanta. I ain't been to one since the Super Bowl. Run it. I know y'all know where to go.
I haven't been to a shoe show in at least a decade.
I mean,
maybe longer.
City for sure.
Well,
but
that's not true.
But
That's not
from
true for
memory,
me.
from memory, I'll go number 1, Blue Flame, because they're more affectionate at the Blue Flame,
and they're $5.
Right, and it's $5 table dance.
They're more affectionate.
At least it used to be.
Well, was it $5 in the 90s?
Yeah,
I mean, there's eggs
in the early
to be purchased
in the early
now.
2000s too.
Now it was
Home of the
$5 a
table dance,
but they were playing the song for a minute and a half too. They were moving the song fast, but it was $5 a dance.
So my list would be number 1, Blue Flame, number 2, Magic, number 3, Nikki's VIP. Which
Nikki's VIP is gone.
I know.
My roommates used to work.
I'm going off memory.
When I first moved here, they all worked there.
Tree,
there was a Nikki. No, I did not.
Did you work at Nikki's?
I worked at Georgia Baptist. Okay,
you didn't room with Nikki's VIP dancers and not work there with them.
I definitely did.
Okay.
Next story.
So they working at the stripping place and you was working at the church?
Right.
That makes sense.
That don't add up. But go ahead, Tree.
Georgia Baptist is a hospital.
You tell us anything.
Okay.
You tell us.
Right. Just tell us anything, Tree.
We was born at night, but not last night. You got 5 roommates to dance at Nikki's.
Come on.
Thank you, Julian.
You're going to take offerings at church for a living.
How about those Knicks? 8-2 in the last 10 games. Julian James,
thank you.
Thank you
Playing
so
good
much.
ball. Playing good ball. I like what we've done. I like what we're doing. We're contenders. We're contenders. We got a chance to win the damn East.
Not F them.
Yeah.
Okay. Cornell, number 1 Dolphin fan. Thank you so much. $5. This is a type of liberal thinking that got Trump into office, the transgender. The American society got tired of people not using common sense.
You're probably right, sir.
But
That's probably part of the problem.
We can't talk about common sense and
and
be
have
talking
a
about the
felon.
president.
Yeah,
Right.
just stop it.
Right. It doesn't work like that.
No, but what he's saying is,
I understand what he's saying, man.
Yeah.
okay, go
But
ahead.
we
it
know Trump
still
ain't got no
doesn't
common
make sense. He's not common sense.
Exactly. That's right.
He's not presenting as such. I'll just say that.
Double negative.
Let's see. We got some more down here. Mr. Rivers, thank you, Derek.
What's up, Cuzzo?
Thank you, Derek.
Thank you for your $10.
All that money you done made Derek, send us some more money.
That's our family right there.
I'm sorry.
From Carrie Portis, $10 donation. Thank you so much. I don't have a dog in the fight. I'm just going to eat, drink, and hope my numbers hit. # Super Bowl. When we're talking about health and living and all we got today.
Tree, you're going to read a chat a little bit later because I started to make sure we read it.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I got a dip, guys.
Bye, Doug. Bye, Doug. Take care, man. You got one more minute. You said 8:58. Real quick. It bothers me that I got to go to a Super Bowl party where the majority of the people that are at the Super Bowl party will not care about the Super Bowl. That kind of bothers me. I'm going to go because I'm the ultimate husband, love my family. I want to be with my family and my kids on things like this. So if they're going to some people's houses, I'm going to go with them. But it's going to be filled with people that don't care about the game.
I'm here to admit that the situation that I'm going to has zero to do with the game.
Of course.
Okay. So.
Of course. Shouts out Uncle Mike. Thank you, Uncle Mike.
Oh, we did that one. Okay. So let's go. One more. Thank you, Uncle Mike. I like the Laker trade. Kenneth, is that Kenneth? Is that how you say that? Kenneth?
Yeah, that's fine.
For Mark Williams, a 7-footer averaging 15 and 9. Luka looks real good now.
Luka looks real good. They show some video of him, the 3 sharpshooters outside the arc shooting 3-pointers, which they hit every last one of them. I don't know if they were playing horse or what, but Luka looks like he's slimming and trimming, ready to ball out. He really does.
Oh, good. Okay.
Thank you, Uncle Mike.
Thank you so much. And if y'all keep donating, I'll stop what I'm doing and read yours. We already talked about Rel leaving the city. From Ty Davison, bruh, I tweaked my knee last putting something in a customer's car. Welcome to Fitty. It's real.
It's real. I just stood up and turned, and again, the former athlete in me, I did it all really fast. Like, let me get this ball, and I'll never do that again.
I find that very interesting that Douglas has never fallen. Y'all don't want to know how? I mean, I'm that girl.
Some people have 2 left feet.
I don't know that I have. Yeah, I've fallen. I don't want to speak it into existence.
Right.
From Craig, Uncle Mike Pryor. Normally, Fox does a presidential interview on Super Bowl Sunday. Do they?
Do they? I don't remember that.
No idea.
I believe you, Uncle Mike.
Oh, Henry too. Oh, Henry. That's his last name. We were talking about last names.
Last names.
We assume he's a black man. Stews, I'm a girl dad. My daughter played softball from age 6 until she graduated from college, May 24th. She has never competed against a transgender athlete. It's not really an issue.
No, it's an issue. It's happening a lot.
In elementary and middle school?
Well, I don't know
in
about
high
elementary and school.
Yeah, he
in
was
high school.
That's what okay. Well, he asked the chat later on if anyone, oh no, this is Julius that asked in the chat. Has anyone in this chat seen their child play against someone who is a transgender? If not, why are you making a big deal of it?
He used the term transformer too.
Right. I just wanted to honor what y'all said. They said they didn't like that.
Well, it's a story though, Julius 35C. It's a story and it's getting headlines whenever it happens.
Oh.
It's a real thing. Yeah. It's a real thing.
From FM, Knicks have had great players too. It's just the Knicks are trash. Ooh, I hope Vernie.
Yeah, but we hadn't had the we hadn't had the
you like
as the resident Knicks fan. Yeah, as a resident Knicks fan. We hadn't had the stars that the Lakers have had for the last 5 decades. The list of names that Doug just read was ridiculous. They've had the best talent in the NBA other than Jordan. Period. It's wild.
From social work chose me. Welcome. Never seen you. Thanks for being here so much. Tell 3 people.
Please.
Thank you so much. I asked my mom New Year's Day as she prepared pig ears. Why are you still eating like the slaves? Have you eaten pig's feet before?
I'm a fan of pickled pig's feet, but I've
It's
never
hard.
eaten an ear.
It's gristle. Like
It's gristle.
what?
Yeah. There's a little bit of meat between the gristle, but it's I'm not proud of myself for eating pig's feet when I was growing up, but yes, I used to buy the huge big jars of pig feet
and the pink. It was what is the pink
yes.
stuff? Like I used to see it in the corner store in Detroit.
It's the pickled flavor.
Okay, like the vinegar. It's some vinegar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Your grandmother knew how to make those.
I don't know if she made pickled pig feet, but she ate all that stuff.
Okay. From Courtney Williams, I can't watch anything Kobe still to this day.
I hated Kobe as a player. I started to really appreciate his greatness as he got older, and I've been crushed by his death because I was such a hater of him. I should have really been enjoying his greatness versus hating on him for all the years that I did.
Really? Just so
Yes.
I mean, what? Okay. So
I had beef with Kobe because of the Kobe Shaq beef.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Your twin.
So I said I used that situation between him and Shaq to hate on him. And I wish I would have enjoyed who he was and what he was doing more than I did hating on him.
From our dearly beloved, the dearly beloved.
What up, Dredd?
What's
Y'all
happening,
acting like all felons are bad people because white folks, YT folks, convinced you to think that. Be mindful.
I think everybody got a felon in their family who's not a terrible person.
We got a felon. There's a felon. There's a
doing
drunk.
a job.
There's a drug dealer. Yeah, every family's dealing with all.
Every president's been a drug dealer. That's how they fund these wars. They deal drugs. They put them in the black community. They've been doing it since the 80s.
Okay.
Probably before that.
All right. Thank you. I just wanted to pull you in since it was your comment.
You're welcome.
That made sense, Tree. That was a smart thing to do.
Because I don't like to speak for you. Thank you, sweetie.
Now that he's gone, let's talk about what he was just saying.
Oh my God! Oh, we're kidding, Naughty. We're kidding.
I'm just joking.
We're kidding. From Uncle Mike. I'm just gonna say Uncle Mike. He's agreeing with you. I hate going to parties full of people who aren't generally sports fans saying dumb shit.
Yeah.
Who should ram fast? I don't talk. I'm in observation mode and out drinking.
I'm the one that started the chat because I wanted you to read it, but that's exactly how I feel. That's why I said that earlier. There's a chance that I'm going to get to this party on Sunday with my family while the kids are running around in bouncy houses and stuff, and I'm not going to be able to hear the game. There's a high chance that's going to happen.
Listen, when my husband, there was not a lot of rules, but one was do not bother me on Sunday, and hell no, we ain't going nowhere for Super Bowl. And I respected that. So you're a good man, Charlie.
You know why it's okay? You know why it's okay? Because I've only got 4 more Super Bowl Sundays with Miles.
Yeah.
And 5 more Super Bowl Sundays with Mason.
Are you counting them?
Yes, I am counting them. I want to be where they are.
Oh.
Yep. And we still got plenty with Morgan. She's only in the 4th grade.
That's beautiful.
But I woke up one day and Miles had a permit and he's driving cars, and it dawned on me, holy smokes.
How's that going?
He's a good driver. He slams on brakes too much. We got to work on that. But he's a good driver. Good, responsible kid. I'm not worried about him on the highways at all.
So regarding that Camaro, that was a Camaro, right? The Night Rider.
IROC Z, yes, IROC Z. Yep.
Nobody was buying their kids those kind of cars when we were growing up. Like, what kind of car do you think you're going to get Miles? What kind of car does he want? Are you going to make him put in on it? What are you going to do about insurance? Y'all got a plan? Because he going to ask you.
Insurance is going to be very, very expensive. Miles wants to get he wants to get either a Ford Mustang or one of those Nissans that they trick out. And he wants to, he won't get a new car.
Okay.
I'm going to be willing to give him a couple grand to do something with it. He will have a car. He'll have a car. I don't know if I'm going to let him take his mom's car and get her something else. I don't know. But it's blown my mind how fast it's all happened. It's blown my mind how fast it's all happened.
Aw. Well, I appreciate you, and I appreciate Arlie, how she be driving down to her grandmother's house. Baby, we make jokes about her being in the car and this other group of people that we're friends with. But that girl, nobody can say
stayed on the road
Yes.
to Mississippi to spend time with Granny.
Y'all are very much about your people, and I appreciate that. I appreciate observing that. From Rel Scott, Kirk said it was a clerical error when they put him on the injured list. He was afraid that Penix would take his spot.
That whole story blows my mind that the Falcons brass allowed that to happen. It just I take it very serious because a lot of those players won't play again, and they deserve to go out the best way they could with all the money they could, and playoff games mean playoff checks. And it's like the Falcons turn their backs on their fans, their players, and their coaches that may have been the last chance of them getting to the postseason. It really pisses me off.
From Sydney Action Jackson, not only is Cousins a thief, but he's a lying, selfish bitch.
Yeah. He's a chump. He's a chump trying to stay in the game. He's already made $350 million. He's trying to stay in the game.
Is that selfish though? I'm not saying. I don't want Naughty to come with retribution.
I get it.
But I'm saying if someone is giving it to you,
I get it.
What are you supposed to do? Not take it?
I get it.
Yeah,
I understand.
I'm just saying. So from Loose Neck, okay, he's changed. From Loose Neck, right on, sigh. Ryan and Caitlin got t-shirts saying, I'm his and he's mine.
Yes. Yes. I mean.
The season is coming. I guess
I love her. Oh, yeah, it starts in April, Tree. The WNBA starts in April.
So every set, we need to just dedicate a segment to just you reporting.
Great idea.
I
That's
mean,
one of the best ideas you've had,
Doug, that I said that.
over the past year. It's a great idea.
We're talking about the top 5. I refuse to vote without the Chappelle Show on the list.
I thought about Chappelle Show, but so many people hate Dave. I couldn't take that chance.
People hate Dave Chappelle?
Man, people can't stand Dave Chappelle. I love him, though.
Oh.
I love him.
That show was bust
It
down.
was very good. It was very good.
And since we're here discussing this, I just want to reiterate that how close it was. It was close.
I just need people to. I need people to vote. That's all. I need you to
talk about it for a minute.
I need my people. I mean, my line brothers probably didn't vote. If they vote, I win. I just need people to really dedicate the time to me winning the top 5.
Yeah.
I'm the people's champ. I'm y'all's champ. I fight for y'all daily. Y'all have no idea. I fight for y'all daily.
Yeah, he does, guys. I mean, don't tell Doug we had this conversation, y'all. From Till Dog 12, a lot of black people considered Fonzie as black. He's still invited to the cookout.
Yes, he is invited to the cookout. The Fonz is cool.
But FM is here to remind us that he's not Italian. Don't say the J word. Jewish. He was Jewish. You're right.
He is. I don't know if it was. I think he still is.
Julius 35C has a rebuke. He says that's not. We did say it was a Camaro. Did someone say it was a Firebird?
No.
I don't remember that.
know what
Rel
you're
Scott
talking about.
coming in. My wife is the biggest Eagles fan. If they win, I win. If they lose, I win. Hashtag go Chiefs. Hashtag I'm sending this to Tisa. Next. Thanks for your donation. I'm gonna tell.
Appreciate you, Rel. Enjoy the party and wear a tie. Wear one of your ties.
That's the kind of trips y'all need to be pulling together. Because $100 for all that he said, plus we're up in Atlantic City.
Yep.
That's a good one. From Loose Neck side. From Loose Neck right on side. I wanted an IROC, aka International Race of Champions.
Escort GTs weren't bad, Loose Neck.
I had an Escort GT. Also.
Escort GTs weren't bad.
Detroit was rolling out Escorts, okay, like it was an eggplant. I mean, those were the cars. They were affordable. They were
dependable.
Easy.
Yep.
Baby,
Safe.
you go down and don't Do y'all remember when somebody worked at the plant and they could get you their discount?
Yep.
Get that 4,000 off?
Yep. $4,000. That's a lot of money.
The good old days.
That's a lot of money.
Randomly designed. Hey, welcome. Haven't seen you here. Thanks for being here. D.
Thank you.
Their name must be D. Randomly designed.
Oh, I like it.
That's cool. Like just because you want to be seen doesn't mean. Wait, I need to bring this.
Well, I didn't say nothing about her wanting to be touched.
Wait. Let me read it, please. But just because you want to be seen doesn't mean you want to be touched. Touching and seeing are a little different.
Yes, they are a little different. Go ahead, Dre.
That reference, I realized after, reading the comments in the chat that most of these people in the chat are elderly. And so they just missed the reference that I was given when I said that. So it went over their head. So I apologize.
I really thought you were about to say something.
Do you view me as elderly, Dred, at 51? Am I elderly?
I don't view you as elderly, but you might not understand it. I don't know if you grew up listening to 8 Ball and MJG. So
Straight
you might
Memphis. Everybody from Memphis. I listen to all of them.
So you might miss the reference.
We started all in. Our generation started all in. That's our generation.
Right. They used to say if you can be seen, you can be touched. If you can be touched, you can be killed. But clearly the people in the chat are sensitive and they didn't understand the reference that I was giving out. So, that's on me though. That's on me.
I didn't take it the wrong way, Dred. I totally understand where you were coming from.
The most sensitive Negro in here. Thanks, Naughty. Thank you.
Outstanding job, Dred.
Oh, look, it's still coming. Hold on. We got Jungle Brother. Last time I was in Magic City was 1995 when all the girls were walking around, no tats showing, unshaven. Oh. Unshaven Publix. Mm-hmm. Is that true?
No, girls being in neat. Now there's a couple places like one of my favorite shoe shows was Gold Rush off of Cleveland. And one of the reasons why is because
it's still there.
It's still there. Oh yeah, it's still there.
Walk down there right now.
Yep. They had great food in there.
Always.
The chicken Philly, the steak Philly, the wings. They had a bomb ass salad in there. And the girls were friendly.
Yeah. Well, now
all
they're
the strippers are
BBL'd.
friendly. Yeah.
Okay. They're all from Jet. Oh, here go y'all's friend. Now he's gone. Time to donate to the backbone of the show. Hashtag Tree and Naughty.
Not our friend, but my friend. Doug does not like 3P.
Is this the man that was jumping up high on that picture when y'all were? That's not him.
3P, if he jumped as high as he could, he might clear 2 or 3 centimeters.
I didn't think
3P is the one that will take a 5-minute conversation, and make it 45 minutes.
Oh, the stutterer.
Yeah.
Wait. 3P is a legend. That's not true. I just spoke to 3P a couple weeks ago. He's a legend, legendary. He doesn't speak like that.
Call me 3P. I would like to have you on the show. We're moving
triple
into
platinum 3P. Shout out to you, man.
I need some guests. Call me.
I love
All right, Ryan. I'm gonna let you end it. It's been great. Thanks for having me.
I'm giving you an A+. Giving you an A+. Everybody in the chat room, outstanding job. Thank y'all so very much, man. Y'all mean the world to us. We really appreciate y'all being here. Please continue to pass the word. I'm still seeing and hearing people in these streets that don't know that we are back. Doug's about to start doing the show on Mondays at 12, helping people with insurance. Monday and Thursday, 2 Live Studios Experience. Wednesday, the No Show with Nadi and Arlie. Wednesday night at 9, in the huddle with Joe Ham. We've got live at 5 on Friday sometime, pop-ups. A lot of stuff going on in Store Media Entertainment. We need y'all to please pass the word and support it. A+ to everybody in the chat. A+ to Doug. A+ to Naughty Dread. Y'all please keep Arlie lifted in prayer. She's had a tumultuous few months. I mean, just tumultuous. Son in an accident that was very, 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 very serious. Party with grandmom all weekend, and then woke up to her having transitioned. Y'all keep Arlie in your prayers. God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. If you don't know him, you need to find him and show him love. That's all he's showing you, nothing but love. Cedric Galloway, thank you very much. She said, great show, Stews, Tree, Ollie, Noddy. Thank you, Cedric. We appreciate y'all. Y'all be careful this weekend. And I did make my pick. My pick is for the Philadelphia Eagles to win this thing, but there's no way I'm betting on it because I just don't think the Philadelphia Eagles can beat the Kansas City Chiefs. Y'all enjoy the Super Bowl. Have fun, be blessed, be safe in those streets. Be responsible with your drinking, and we'll see y'all next week. Peace.